And the man who developed his talents is David Matz, who trains the... Thank you, mate. David Matz, trainer.
Happy, running at the Missile Stakes. The line moving in with Celestial Choir. Racing, Padstow and Celestial Choir a shade slow to go. Fast out Bomber Bill and Vigil began quickly, is showing a lot of early speed and grand performance going through. Win City's performance just in front of Bomber Bill. 2 lengths away, Vigil outside of Win City. The box seat, 2 lengths a line. Celestial Choir back second, last 5 off the lead. And 2 lengths to his stablemate, and that's Padstow as they near the corner. 500 metres to go. Grand performance, the Nova Castrian flying along from Bomber Bill and Vigil. Win City hugging the fence, looking for a run. Celestial Choir went around a line. He's come to the outside, and Padstow with the last crack at them. 3:50 to go. Grand performance running the race of a life, taken on by Bomber Bill. Win City getting the run. Padstow letting down with a terrific run from Celestial Choir. A line can't get a run. It's Padstow storming up to Win City. Padstow's hit the front. He's going to avenge his unlucky protest defeat in the race last year, and Padstow careering away for John Size and Len Beasley. Padstow wins the Missile. Win City has run second. Celestial Choir was third, then Bomber Bill in the line. They were followed by Greg Padstow. He won the race last year by an absolute breath. Only to lose it on protest, but this year...
Having it taken away in the steward's room by Commands, one of Jack and Bob Ingham's. Talk about poetic justice, John Size.
Oh, well, every dog has his stage, I guess, but there won't be any protest today, and he has absolutely canned it, hasn't he?
Were you surprised?
Right.
Look quite forward there. Just worrying about it getting round Warwick Farm his first go, though.
One of the freshly...
Women did him too.
Okay, so recapping your selections here in the Group 2 San Domenico Stakes, Wayne.
Zariz leads on the turn. Kutamutu on the outside of Tree Lopper. Holy Honey 8/8 followed wide out on the track by Fuadi, and endeavouring to improve between runners coming to the turn. Happy Giggle gets to the outside. Dynamic Love's looking for a run at the 300 metre mark, and Zariz dashed for home. It's 2 lengths in front of Kutamutu. Down the outside, Happy Giggle and Fuadi. The Queenslander Zariz is clear over the final stages. Here comes another Queenslander, Dynamic Love into second, but Zariz is going to blitz them in the San Domenico. Zariz won by 2.5 lengths. Collis gave us a wave. Dynamic Love second. Queensland 1-2. Third, Kutamutu, followed by Fuadi. 8/8 continue and preserve.
Third last would be terrific.
And he's gone up to lead.
He got up to lead. I was surprised when he was in front.
He's a very competitive horse.
He is. He's very competitive. Like, he'll put himself anywhere. Gerald said if I could to come down the outside, but oh no, he'll race anywhere, and yeah, he's a very talented horse.
It didn't jump cleanly.
Racing and beginning very quickly. Count Scenario and Mastery, ridden hard by Beedman for the lead, will eventually get there. Popping over onto the inside, Bargain, and on the outside, Katusa striding up to second. Mastery still in front from Katusa as they come onto the turn with about 400 metres to go. T.O. Brave Boys moved up sharply on the outside to make almost a line of 3. Right behind them, Bargain, then Count Scenario. Our Cracker pulled out to the centre, and wide out Herbal. 250 metres to go. Mastery is still in front, being challenged again on the outside by Katusa. Count Scenario diving back to the inside. Our Cracker's making ground down the centre. Katusa's racing to Mastery. Our Cracker's trying to pick them up. They reach the line. Oh, this is close. Maybe Katusa. Could be Katusa and knows Mastery. There's nothing in it. Our Cracker ran on for third, followed by Count Scenario. Then Galliano Prophet's Kiss, followed by Mastery. Number 3 will, or at least 4 winners, and Our Cracker, ridden back today, ran on for third. About to be joined and headed by Gamma Ray. There's plenty of speed onto the turn. Southgate trying to push Shamrocks wider. It's coming after them now, the favourite in the All Cerise, and off the track, Fulsar. It's travelled beautifully and running, and it's coming at them strongly at the 300. Raffler's under pressure, grabbed by Gamma Ray, but Fulsar down the centre was raced upon the lead and ran away from them. Fulsar's clear. Southgate running on. Shamrocks doing nothing. Wider out Manitoba, but Fulsar's coming away, and it's going to be an early double for Waterhouse and Boss in similar fashion. Fulsar's won it. Now, unfortunately, the 300, Raffler's under pressure, grabbed by Gamma Ray, but Fulsar down the centre was raced upon the lead and ran away from them. Fulsar's clear. Southgate running on. Shamrocks doing nothing. Wider out Manitoba, but Fulsar's coming away, and it's going to be an early double for Waterhouse and Boss in similar fashion. Fulsar's won it. Now, unfortunately, Gamma Ray has broken down across the line. It may have just held second. The rider has been dismounted, but the horse, unfortunately...
7 wins 71 Adam. Here's the toe to call. Adam. At 480, 250, Mr. Innes.
All set, ready to run.
This is 600 out, and it's this courageous little horse. Adam in front, Beedman sitting against him. Little length on Win City, a line on the fence. Mr. Innocent about to be called upon as Padstow hooks wide with Zastov and Celestial Choir last. Oh, Zastov ran into Padstow there, who was momentarily put off balance at the 300. Adam in front of Win City. Mr. Innocent given full bore, and he's coming with his run now from a line. Then Celestial Choir. Padstow not coming at the moment. Mr. Innocent, collar, hands and heels. Now he draws the whip, and away he went in the Premier. He shot away Mr. Innocent. Celestial Choir late. Adams kicking again, but Mr. Innocent brains them and wins it by 2.5 lengths. Celestial Choir second, then came Adam third. From Win City, a line well back Zastov.
Congratulations. Thanks, love. Thanks, Joe. They better shout.
About to go. The side, Cullen just led from Sunline on the outside, and Dandy Kid 3 deep. Sunline raced into the lead, took about a neck advantage before the turn. Then Slavonic Ensign, Chrisov a length away, Saboom hard ridden. Then came onto the name, and Miss Penny Money pulled to the outside, but Sunline's dash for home around the turn, and the champion mare opened up a couple of lengths, and Chrisov coming home well on the inside. Then came Dandy Kid hard ridden, and Miss Penny Money with her challenge, but Sunline with a good lead in the straight. Miss Penny Money 2.5 behind her, chasing and trying hard, but the champion is home again. Sunline opening up and racing away, and this super mare Sunline wins it by 3 onto the name. Miss Penny Money third, and then came Sir Boom, followed by Oliver Twist and Bulkhead. Behind them Vetivius and Chrisov Dandy. Why would any of us have doubted her chances of winning today? Just the most dominant and comprehensive win, as you would expect, of this mare, retaining what is an unbelievable record, being unbeaten first up, unbeaten at the distance, and now remaining unbeaten at Moonee Valley. Another Group 1 on the Strathair, where she's won 3 occasions, took it from the front. Patrick Payne, 13, 8 and 14, fourth home Saboom. Just how good is she? She's got to be the greatest mare to have raced for God knows how long, so many years.
Great horses do that, and she is a champion mare, and I have no doubt she'll be horse of the year. Yeah.
And they're racing. Romalata seemed to jump in the air. Will Rain, one of the best out with Final Sweet, showing for him. And Romalata, which was awkward to begin, back last of all. Will Rain led. Seraphim and Romalata was last. They're not going out near as deep this time at the 400-metre mark. And Will Rain, the leader, led by a couple to Final Sweet. Dark Banner making some ground. Then Kenny Ladd. Seraphim's made ground from Flirt with Danger. Romalata's made ground as well with Tartini. Sea of Gold out wide. Will Rain led by a length the Dark Banner. Romalata joining in with Tartini and Flirt with Danger. Romalata looks the one. Tartini going with it. Then Flirt with Danger. Tartini and Romalata. Romalata hasn't done much on it. It's a pretty soft win. Darren Holland, he had it under a throttle hold most of the way. And Romalata's won by a neck to Tartini. Flirt with Danger third. Dark Banner fourth. Then that's an impressive debut win by number 9.
They're all set. Ready to jump. Zariz just a bit fidgety, gate 1. Settles now. Racing. Zariz jumped moderately. Great Crusader sprung out of the gate. He went to the front from Century Kid and Zariz, and Phoenix Park has been shuffled back to the tail, but only 3 lengths covers the field as they turn the bend. 3:50 to go. Century Kid in front. York riding confidently on Zariz. Koodamoodoo 3 out. Then Phoenix Park looking for a run. Assertive Lads well back and doing zilch at the 200 mark, and he now lets down the favourite. And Zariz had sprinted. He raced a length in front of Century Kid, who's fighting on well. Then Phoenix Park and Koodamoodoo, but Zariz is coming right away. Wanted to duck in, but he's too good. Zariz won at 2 lengths to Century Kid and Koodamoodoo. Then Phoenix Park, well back, Great Crusader, Fuwadi, and Assertive Lad, Stone Motherless last. Easy win to Zariz. Connections of Zariz would be jumping.
The Sky rating on top, Zero Drama from the Bill Mitchell stable, a winner in Melbourne recent. Peter Pan, 1 Zero Drama 840, 2 Ray Rinker 32 and 13, Dandify 330, and Dreaming On 360, and
been heavily back late.
Fairway winning. Fantastic. Here's the filly Dreaming On coming out, starting a run. They were followed by Rinka, outgate with nowhere to go on the fence. Viper Corp wide, Dandify strung up in traffic, and Free Ranger switching to the outside in the straight. And Fuwadi at the 400 market raced up to Zero Drama. Marauder after the pair, back to the fence, outgate getting a run, finishing it on strongly. Then came Dreaming On, Dandify there right across the track. Fuwadi in front of outgate. Zero Drama kicking, and here is Dandify coming with a screaming run. Dandify, the filly from the back, swamped them, raced to the front, and Dandify, a great winner. Untouched went home and killed them in the Peter Pan. Outgate got second, Free Ranger late for third. Zero Drama, Danashinka, Fuwadi close.
Endeavours to come up with a new white and purple on.
With Flip Flop. Racing in the Furious, Flip Flop was a shade slow to go. Other than that, it was a great line out. Clear it. They were followed by Near the Tail, Money Begets Money, with Speciality and Flip Flop as they approached the bend. 500 metres to go. Clear Advantage, the Kiwi filly sailing along in front. Led by a Neck On Night Frolic. Dynamic Love 3 out. She's purring 4 wide. Preserve 5 deep. Lady Milan the fence from Claire's Vision, Donna Dior. And Unworldly is now eased to the extreme outside and is running home very strongly. They've reached the 300. Dynamic Love's moved up to Clear Advantage, but Unworldly coasted up on the outside and grabbed the lot of them. They were followed by Donna Dior. Preserve getting home on the fence. Money Begets Money down the outside, but Unworldly had raced away. Preserve and Money Begets Money left to fight out the minors, but it's Unworldly. She wins at second prize. Money Begets Money from Preserve in a photo. They were followed by Donna Dior, Pick a Line, Dynamic Love, Clear Advantage.
Last time I saw her race, I thought she was had something there, you know. But the way she coasted up, I can see her doing that again and again. I think that's the best three. But the way she coasted up, I can see her doing that again and again. I think that's the best 3-year-old filly I've seen come out this season. And
she's still learning what it's all about, Richie. You see her just want to move in and hug them inside her.
Larry hasn't even... was Larry Cassidy on it?
Yes.
He hasn't even moved on it at this stage, and now he shakes her up a bit, and she just lengthens stride and moves a couple of lengths clear and starts to stargaze at the crowd now. Pricks her ears up and has a good look around, and she's pretty good.
And I think...
Racing ball, she's in control, Sunline down the back. At the 950 metre mark by 2 to Sir Boom. Maguire 3 deeper with 3 behind, last of all. 49.6 the first 800 metres set up by Sunline. At the 600 metre mark, extending a little now for Childs. She moved away 2.5 to Consular. Sir Boom, they're all off the bridle chasing. Lazagoletta around the outside. From Maguire, Citrus Prince further back. Blue Murder, our unicorn, and second coming. In full flight is Sunline. At the 400 metre mark by 3 lengths Consular. Then Lazagoletta, Citrus Prince, and a gap in the race. Then our unicorn and Blue Murder, but the mighty mare straightens up at the 200 metre mark, and it's Sunline by 4. Lazagoletta second from Citrus Prince, then Consular, but there's awesome racehorse. Sunline streaking away. Probably should be in the Olympics up in Sydney. Look at her go. Down to the line, Sunline by 3. Lazagoletta second, 3 away third in the race. Citrus Prince and running on late as the hind. Further back in the race, then second coming, followed by Blue Murder, Mahib, Consular, Sir Boom further back, our unicorn, Maguire, and Full of Rhythm back at the tail. There she is on the big screen here, giving us a treat here today as she canters home to take the fee in very easy fashion from number 4. What do you say about her? I don't know how they get a beater on the Cox Plate. $5 million prize money ticks over.
To complete the lineup now for the last, and they're all in. Descent third on the inside, followed by Figurehead, hooked out for his run. Then Magic Brochure, Sound coming into it wide out from Sav Rocker. They were trailed by Ever Blue, Backstop, and the Warriors out very wide, and last is New Kingston by the School, where the leader is Walk on Ice being tackled now by Happy Emperor, and Figurehead wider out. Then Sav Rocker starting to run on fairly well. Magic Brochure down on the inside, and then Sound followed by Backstop. Desert Rain dropped out. Walk on Ice giving something at the turn, leads from Happy Emperor. Figurehead, Sav Rocker about to get a run through, or the gap closed on him. Magic Brochure got up on the inside. Magic Brochure's hit the front on the inside now from Happy Emperor. Walk on Ice and Figurehead on the outside. Magic Brochure stopping Happy Emperor and Figurehead. Figurehead's coming home the better on the outside, and Figurehead wins at a half length to probably Magic Brochure and a nose to Happy Emperor. Then Sav Rocker, he was coming into it, but Figurehead, a little bit of class shining through, and the Cranbourne Cup winner from last year in the spring, just starting to return to some good form. He did a bit of work in the race. He never stopped working, but in the end, in a race that got down to a real staying test, he probably just outstayed them. Second, went to 9 minutes
ahead. Magic Pursuer, Happy Emperor. Nash Rawilla on the winner. Elwick.
His right sort of form.
Racing in the Spring Champion Stakes. Phoenix Park away well. Ghetto near the fence and Ocean began. Phoenix Park moved up on the outside of Ghetto. Ocean made a line of 3. Gobin on the fence and Falls the Shadow letting down with a good run. Universal Prince starting to wind up and he's coming now from Reenact. It's Phoenix Park just in front of Ghetto. On the fence Go Bent and Universal Prince is starting to charge. Here's Universal Prince at the 75. He hit the lead from Falls the Shadow and Go Bent, and Universal Prince takes the Champion Stakes. He picked up for them. Universal Prince from Falls the Shadow and or Go Bent. Close up Ghetto from Phoenix Park. And she runs the favourite. Gates open, Curvaceous, Lady Milan and Flip Flop all slow to go, and Actress Unworldly. She's still a fair way back as they approach the bend at the 500. It's Actress in front, leading the way 3/4 on Piccoline. Back on the fence, Donna Dior from Preserve. Then came Curvaceous, Unworldly easing out, Lady Milan outside of her. In the home straight in the Flight Stakes, Actress the leader. Piccoline on the outside trying to get on terms. Unworldly starting to wind up. Lady Milan's coming with her. Donna Dior and Preserve heads the others, but Sydney's Glamour Filly. Unworldly had moved up and she had raced to Piccoline. Unworldly in front of Piccoline. Lady Milan wide out with Actress Donna Dior, but Unworldly's going to be too good. Unworldly comes right on and wins the Flight Stakes. Unworldly first, Piccoline second. Lady Milan, I think, third in front of Actress. And back to the fence, Donna Dior. Then Preserve. Good staying effort by Unworldly, ridden by Larry Cassidy. Little Piccoline fought doggedly, or very unlucky at least, to say that she should have been unbeaten in 6 starts today. She's won 5 of those, and she was a good thing. She will now head off to Victoria to the rich springtime spoils to be. They made a good line. Starter picked up the button. Racing in the Epsom, Chinoy and Crawl slow doped up, then came Crawl and Final Fantasy, the last one. Before the bend at the 500 metres mark in the Epsom, Haunting Spirit has ensured a fast tempo, leading by a half length on Georgie Boy. A line's getting a run up on the fence from Valuate, Adam to the outside, landsliding behind those. Tie the Knots a mile back in the field and Hires badly strung up in traffic at the 250. Haunting Spirit in front, but landsliding, sailing throughs after him very quickly. Shogun Lodge roaring through on the fence. LA Suez needs a run. Adam down the centre. Shogun Lodge and Bossy had raced to the front. Landsliding tries to match Shogun Lodge, but it's his day today. Shogun Lodge wins the Group 1. Second is Landsliding. Chinoya Photo third. Crawl screaming home. Adam wide out on the track. Then a line, Tie the Knot, higher, no luck from Sorrento. Well back, Haunting Spirit.
Oh, $1.70. 12 Hill of Grace, 11.15.
The other Kiwi, Sunline, the Kiwis have got the top 3. Also Fairway here. Just noticed in the last call coming through what's happening on track. Fairway has tightened up.
Yeah, it's as given to beat it. There has been a bit of money for Fairway today. He might just test her in front. Turn Fairway's lead only a neck to the great mare's Sunline, inching a little closer, a length and a half Carpstead Way, who's had the drop on these two all the way. Then came Diatribe on the rail. Peeling out wider then was Blue Murder as they corner, and then came Celestial Show, Streak, and back behind them is Sarwatch and Hill of Grace. Well on the straight, they come to the middle of the track, and Sunline threw it down and went up to Fairway. He's got a kick on the inside at Sunline, narrowly in front of Fairway, about 3 lengths in front of Diatribe, and then Carpstead Way from Ken's Joy. Sunline's got a fight on her hands here at the 200. Fairway's really kicking well, and Diatribe is starting to lift. It's Fairway and Sunline, hammer and tong. Fairway the inside and Sunline, they're coming down, and a nose and nose go, and Fairway kicked and beat Sunline a short half head. Diatribe third, then Ken. Well on the straight, they come to the middle of the track, and Sunline threw it down and went up to Fairway. He's got a kick on the inside at Sunline, narrowly in front of Fairway, about 3 lengths in front of Diatribe, and then Carpstead Way from Ken's Joy. Sunline's got a fight on her hands here at the 200. Fairway's really kicking well, and Diatribe is starting to lift. It's Fairway and Sunline, hammer and tong. Fairway the inside and Sunline, they're coming down, and a nose and nose go, and Fairway kicked and beat Sunline a short half head. Diatribe third, then Ken's Joy, followed further back by Bulkhead, and then Brace. You'd go a long, long way to witness a race like that. These two great horses ran 1-2 the entire trip.
$12 odd. The Quinella 640.
They're set. Off and racing now. Gold Sea began okay off the inside, and Blue Snake was the first to come out. Caulermel's going quickly into second spot, and then came Vaurana, followed by Gold Sea. Snake had a good break on the bend with 400 metres to go. Out by 2.5 to Vaurana. Maddie's Girl next from Caulermel, and Hurry Scurry pulled at the extreme outside. Blue Snake led at the 200 metres mark. Vaurana's in hot pursuit. Maddie's Girl trying to get to them, and Hurry Scurry late. But Vaurana got the Blue Snake. Maddie's Girl on the outside, but Vaurana took the lead close to home, and Vaurana came away, beat Blue Snake and Maddie's Girl. Hurry Scurry fourth.
They're off. Arabia Stringy Bark out wide away quickly. In fact, Arabia's are going to be a length-eyed Maitland Gold. Were followed well out of its ground by Dancing Shower and Royal Magenta, the last one. Ideal Harmony was well back. Maitland Gold out wide. Then came a Letter Guider on the fence. They were followed by Dancing Shower and 2 lengths away, last Royal Magenta. Symbol on the inside of Arathea. Symbol appearing to be travelling a lot the better, and it dropped the other one on the bend. Miss Danabelle the fence third. Stringy Bark wide. Bluebird Hill running on. And Ideal Harmony and Maitland Gold to the extreme outside, but York said go, and Symbol accelerated. She's 3 lengths in front of Bluebird Hill. Maitland Gold is hitting top gear when the race is all over. Is it all over? She's flying, Maitland Gold. Symbol stopping. Maitland Gold picked her up in a stride. Oh, this is promising. This is real good. Maitland Gold goes home, wins 2.5 to Symbol. Third prize is on, and Ideal Harmony and Maitland Gold to the extreme outside, but York said go, and Symbol accelerated. She's 3 lengths in front of Bluebird Hill. Maitland Gold is hitting top gear when the race is all over. Is it all over? She's flying, Maitland Gold. Symbol stopping. Maitland Gold picked her up in a stride. Oh, this is promising. This is real good. Maitland Gold goes home, wins 2.5 to Symbol. Third prize is Ideal Harmony from Bluebird Hill in Guide. Dancing Shower well back in the field. Royal Magenta Stringy. Very, very good filly, this. I know she's only beaten ordinary horses. Well, I wouldn't say ordinary, certainly handy horses. She goes whoosho 50 metres out and just leaves Symbol in her wake, and not only beats her, but beats her out of sight. And about 20 metres after the post, she's 5 in front. Very, very promising filly, that Maitland Gold.
Starter about to move round to release the field. Inavari, the
is last of all. They've gone quickly as they run onto the bend. 350 left to go. Inavari being challenged by Star Marquis, who's been wide. Long Vivid just behind them, then Texas Gal, and that looked to be the race. The others headed by Kingsway and Vaurana. Star Marquis on the outside, went straight by Inavari. Oh, dashed away, it's home. Star Marquis is racing away from Inavari. Then came Long Vivid, holding down third, but this is going to trot in. Won easily. Star Marquis by 5 lengths. Inavari second. 1.5 away third. Long Vivid. Then Kingsway, Vaurana, Texas Gal. Light As got the mirror.
Each rate 100, 6 Miss Penny Money, which is out, and 7 Far Rain. Here's the toad call. Number 1 is Notoire.
Just first time back, but you know, I think it'd be a great race.
Okay, Rich.
And a length of point. 7 lengths covered them at the turn where Felvalon railed through to join Notoire. Mannington third, then Super Elegant. 2 Far Rain, who's 5th on the inside as they corner, and then Mr. Bombastic. Felvalon railed beautifully and kicked away on him at the 250. He shot 2.5 in front now from Notoire. Mannington next. Far Rain struggling, but Felvalon 100 to goes 4 lengths in front. Mannington getting up to second, and then Super Elegant and Notoire, but it's all Felvalon in the run home. He's cruised in. Eased up Felvalon by 2, Mannington. Super Elegant third, then Notoire and Mr. Bombastic. Long break in the field to a point, and another break to Far Rain, who was struggling a long way out. She didn't begin well.
Top ahead of 1 Tie the Knot, 6 Scoozy Please, 9 Shogun Lodge, 8169. Tie the Knot, $6.50. 380 Sky Heights. Oliver Twist, $10. Georgie Boy, 18.
Now Steve Moran's here. Steve is joining us here on Sky. Steve,
my other commitment.
What are you tipping here? We're only about a minute or 2 minutes from race time.
I'm very keen on number 1, Tie the Knot, Andrew. I think he does handle the rain-affected tracks. A lot
of Humaline. Freemason pulled out wide. Tie the Knot is over on the rail. Second last nearing the home corner, and last is Testarossa by the 600. Still Georgie Boy led narrowly from Sky Heights, Camarina. Oliver Twist coming into it round the outside, followed by Scoozy Please, Magneto. Shogun Lodge getting into the clear. Tie the Knot waits on a run down on the inside as they swing the corner. Still Testarossa last. Homeward Bound and Sky Heights shot to the lead. Sky Heights went out by a couple. Scoozy Please in the clear from Oliver Twist. Then Camarina. Tie the Knot's got to the outside, but a fair way back with Shogun Lodge. Sky Heights in front, 100 out. He's done some work. He's 2 lengths clear. Scoozy Please, Oliver Twist. Tie the Knot and Shogun Lodge coming, but Sky Heights is racing brilliantly. Sky Heights clear and he takes it out. A great win by 2 lengths. Tie the Knot might have grabbed second. Shogun Lodge, Scoozy Please close up with Camarina. And then came Oliver Twist. Magneto followed further back by Freemason.
Again, he wasn't all that flash away.
No, it's a real worry, this. I mean, it's okay when you draw wide, because if you blow the start, you can get into the race. Because he was able to make ground up the hill yesterday and sort of comfortably get into the race. But if you miss the start and you're drawn inside and horses cross you quickly, I tell you what, it takes away your game plan a bit.
Yeah.
But Colin's going to work on that. And
up Sunline 6-4. Sky Heights 4-1.
Yeah, he's been a big shortener. He was 8.
Band on and the tongue tie off in a bid to try and get her to resurrect her very good form. Best tried in the race, Go Flash Go and Umrum. A couple of horses that have drawn well will get us a case of being on the speed if you're going to win here today, I feel. From the inside from Gold Guru, Slavonic, crawl around Vedivia, Chattanooga needing some luck from there, followed by Porter Rocker, Acabilk and L.A. Suez. Up the 400-metre mark and Umrum slipped a couple of lengths in front. He travelled okay, Umrum. He shot 3 in front round the home turn now from Go Flash Go. La Zagaleta pulled to the outside and then Laurie's Lottery Delirious crawled to the outside with Gold Guru, had a bump, but Umrum with a big lead. 150 to go. He's 4 lengths in front from Go Flash Go. Crawl the outside from Gold Guru and in Chattanooga, but Umrum's going to make it back-to-back Turax, and Umrum's won it running away by 3.5 to Go Flash Go second. Crawl, I think, grabbed third from Chattanooga. Photo there. Then Acabilk and Delirious trailed further back behind these Gold Guru, La Zagaleta, Porter Rocker and L.A. Suez. Long break. He won it last year with 55 from Barrier 19. He's repeated the days with a better draw and has given Jim Cassidy his 3rd Turac handicap win. After
50 the trifecta, $190.30. Just before I speak more with Richard,
it could finally be the one for veteran trainer George Hanlon. 3 times Hanlon has been runner-up, and this time he's banking on Diatribe.
Well, I'm sticking with George Hanlon and Diatribe. I thought he looked wonderful in the yard. Capstad Way is my second pick. I think he's the forgotten horse in a little way, and you can't leave out Fairway, of course. So
Fairway, $6.90. Streak at 25s. Mont Rocher, $10. Freemason at $17. The Hawks runner there, so it could be a good omen. Diatribe, $5.40 now, the favourite on Benign Capstad Way, holding steady at $19. Magneto at $58. Camarina at 8.
From Magneto and Fairway right behind them. Pravda and all the way is off, and going forward too is Hill of Grace on the outside. They're followed by Citrus Prince, Coco Cabana. Round the outside comes Majestic Avenue with his challenge, and then Montrachet, Ken's Joy and Freemason taking off together at the 500 metres now, and it's Fairway going through to again take over the running. Fairway the leader from Camarina, and Hill of Grace has charged up on the outside. They're clear of now. Pravda coming through on the rails, and Montrachet's getting into the clear. Ken's Joy, Majestic Avenue and Singin coming wider out. Fairway and Hill of Grace at the 250. They're the 2 leaders. Diatribe is coming through on the rails now. 150 to go. Diatribe charges up on the inside, and Fairway coming down the outside now. Capstad Way with a rattling run, but Diatribe is clear. Diatribe in front of Pravda. Diatribe! George has won it at last. It's Diatribe from Capstad Way second into the clear. Ken's Joy, Majestic Avenue and second coming wider out. Fairway and Hill of Grace at the 250. They're the 2 leaders. Diatribe is coming through on the rails now. 150 to go. Diatribe charges up on the inside, and Fairway coming down the outside now. Capstad Way with a rattling run, but Diatribe is clear. Diatribe in front of Pravda. Diatribe! George has won it at last. It's Diatribe from Capstad Way second. Photo for third, it was either Freemason or Fairway. Then Ken's Joy, and they're followed by Streak, and back behind them second coming Hill of Grace, and then
Jimmy Cassidy has done just that, so he should be happy.
Good run by Streak as far as the Melbourne Cup point of view goes.
Favourite paid $6.80 and $2.30 for the place. Capstad Way, well,
6 lengths faster. That's the equivalent than Might and Power Ren. This is unbelievable, isn't it?
The thing is that the way the pace was run, Fairway was the chopping block. They all went up to take Fairway on. Brett Preble got a rush of blood at the half mile and took off on Hill of Grace. There was no relaxing in the race. The speed was on all the way, whereas with Might and Power, Jimmy might have given him a couple of rests during the run. But I think the story of the Caulfield Cup, you might think he's half mad half the time. He's not always consistent. He takes days off from riding when he probably should be riding. But he's got about a furlong on them all when he's on song, and that's the pumper. He absolutely killed him. I haven't seen a better big...
Currently at 8, Arctic Owl is at 10 with Freemason. Diatribe on 12 with Far Cry.
And the gates open, spurred on near the inside away well. Chief's Deputy was ridden Romantica and Money Begets Money, the last one. Mars Couture in front, led by a length with Seacombe Grove. They were followed by Asia, Money Begets Money and Luna Romantica whipped them in at the 700. Mars Couture in front and he puts on the brakes, the rider. Leading 3/4 on Spurren. Night Frolic 3 deep in third. Don't Say Aloha on the fence. Eric in the blue jacket and Runaway Bishop wide out. Seacombe Grove making ground. Ocean on the fence, badly snookered. They were followed by the Legend, Asia, Chief's Deputies well back with Money Begets Money, spurred on, and last of all Luna Romantica in the straight. It's Mars Couture and Spurren, the stablemates together. Night Frolic 3 out down the centre of the track. Seacombe Grove running on with Money Begets Money, and Asia is starting to come down the centre. It's Spurren and Mars Couture being grabbed on the outside by Money Begets Money, and Asia who's coming with a great run. Money Begets Money's hit the lead. Asia trying to go with the other filly. Money Begets Money in front. Asia driving. Money Begets Money clinging on for dear life, and she'll get the money. Money Begets Money has won it from Asia, spurred on third. They were followed by Mars Couture, Spurren, then came Ocean. Behind those, the Legend from Seacombe Grove, Chief's Dep. It's 5, 12 and 3 confirmed, 5, 12 and 3. And Money Begets Money Tappy, she had been promising for some time to win a race. She's finally delivered the goods, trained by Les Bridge. 20 number 2 Zamusa and $3.64 number 1 Sponge. They are the main two in the market. $4.90 or other. Racing now. Sea of Joy was a little bit slow to get going, and Count Ash dwelt off the 100 to run, and a pretty keen contest for the front. Thanks for ringing on the inside. Zamusa there as well, and double crossed is there with Vane Spectrum wider out. Just in behind the pace then came Count Ash, being followed by Kingston Royale. Further back to Rockwell Road, followed by Sponge and well back Spirit of Seattle and Sea of Joy. Zamusa is the first one to go to the front inside the 300. Sponge has come out quickly after it, however, and Sponge for Brad Stewart raced up to Zamusa. Sponge has started to draw it away. Now down the outside, Rockwell Road with Count Ash, but Sponge is going to be much too good, and the top 8 Sponge will score a soft win. Won it by 3 lengths. Second home Count Ash, third Rockwell Road. Zamusa is fourth. They were being followed by Sponge, ridden by Brad Stewart, trained by David Blundell, about $4.20 in New South Wales and $1.40. Number 5, Count Ash, would pay $5.90, and number 4, Rockwell Road.
First for Brad Stewart, 421.40. Count Ash was second at 5.9.
Flashing. Racing, and she was last out, Longustine, or second last out, Barossa Broadway, also slow to move. Pick of the Cry, Dingalinko. Longustine back second last, about 6 off the lead, and 5 to Rumar Boutique last of all on the bend. Pick of the Crop, about to turn for home, a length and a half in front. Barossa Broadway coming away from behind it. Deeper out, My Tally, then Belotto Princess. Longustine's made a lot of ground, but at the 200, Pick of the Crop, the leader. Barossa Broadway closing on the outside. Longustine's charging home late. Pick of the Crop still the leader though. Longustine is jumping out of the ground late. Longustine flying. What a win! What a win! Longustine gets up the win by half a length to Pick of the Crop. Third, Barossa Broadway. Can't believe that got up to score. In fourth spot, My Tally. Then Charding, Belotto Princess, Rumar.
Pastor gets the top rating, number 13, from 15, 4 and 18. 820 Yippee. Bohemoth number 3, 960. The Hind 950. Over then we go to Pastor. Bruise in the market, 2 number 10 at $5.70. Pastor
up in it last year. The big fellow, Yippee-Yo-Yo, linking into a gate near the outside. Amberlow will try it from the back. Yammer's let loose and he's charging out after this leader. Going with him is Cronus and Brew starting to work home. Pastor Express behind them's under the whip now, and then came Behemoth, and here's Yippee-Yo-Yo as they got to the turn, and it's Cronus racing up with Yammer. Brew's after them, and so is Yippee-Yo-Yo running on in the white colours. He's got up to fourth with a gap to Bohemoth as they neared the corner, and Brew raced up and took the lead now. It's Brew from Yammer of the inside, Cronus and Yippee-Yo-Yo. Brew the leader, Yippee-Yo-Yo, a big danger coming after him. Brew about a length in front of Yippee-Yo-Yo, 100 out. Brew's giving something. Yippee-Yo-Yo starting to lift now. Yippie's getting up to Brew. Yippee-Yo-Yo got to the lead. Yippee-Yo-Yo! He's won it a long head to Brew second. Cronus 3 lengths away third. He was runner-up last year. They're trailed by Behemoth, Yammer and Ears Ronnie. Next is Ain't...
Up in the grandstand up there. Melbourne Cup now, mate?
Yeah, well, that's his next race. You know, this is a great lead-up race. We're a little bit worried. Yippee-Yo-Yo, $8.50, $2.70. Brew looked the winner a long way out, $2.30, and Cronus.
He's been Yippee-Yo-Yo. He's an old-timer now, but he's racing in probably the best form of his career since he was 3. So good luck to him. He battled on really strongly. Brew put up a good performance, but old Yippee just had his measure, Keith.
Well, they love him down here. It's probably his name, the Yippee-Yo-Yo.
7, Super Elegant 77. Here's the market. Falvalon shooting for 10 out of 15, $1.30. Notoire.
Through on the rails, and they're followed by Runs to Win. On the name, spotting them a fair start as they corner. It's Notoire just in front of Falvalon. They kick away. They've raced 3 lengths now to Super Elegant, Runs to Win, and Amber Run. But Oliver's confident. He shot a look over his shoulder on Falvalon, and then shot Falvalon to the lead over Notoire, followed by Super Elegant. But the favourite opens up in the last 100, and the Queenslander Falvalon racing away to win it by 2 lengths, and won it easily over Notoire. Super Elegant's run third, then came on to the name, Runs to Win, and Patstow. A break to Benazee, Oamaru Rhythm.
The race, and they wouldn't know he's going around, Dane.
No, you could go around again, Simon. I tell you what, it's money for jam riding this bloke.
Yeah, he just pulls up on the winning post there, knows he's got his race.
Real professional. It's I haven't won races as easy as that since I was riding Scalacci, I don't think.
Oh, it's a big call, Dame. Now the question beckons, has the track improved enough for Shogun Lodge in the Cox Plate?
I don't think so, mate. I think it's going to be difficult for him.
They make legends in this race.
Pressure races into week 1 in one Ellaby.
As crowned kings
But off Kingston Town, swapping them.
and conquerors
Might and Power, the big champ, joins the greats of the turf.
and queens.
Sunline will hold on and win all the way.
Tomorrow we find out if history repeats.
In of a coronation for the Queen of the Turf will be crowned as the greatest race mare of all time. To do that, she'll have to beat the best field assembled since 1992.
Plates, which is creeping closer. It's 26 minutes away. Testarossa and Sunline, joint top raters, one.
$4.90 Sky Height, 65 the message, 109 referral, 34 Oliver Twist, Sunline $2.50, a clear-cut favourite, $38.
And away, Sky Heights missed it by a length. Sunline flew out of the gates on the outside. Tie the knot, Scoozy Please, both away quickly. Testarossa, Fubu show pace. Shower Heart dropped in behind them. Scoozy Please, a surprise leader from the message at the post to left to go. Sunline third, trapped out around Fubu. Testarossa at the 800 metres, and the message joined by Sunline. To Scoozy Please, two to Sky Heights, 3 deep all of the way over on the outside of the 800 metres turn, where Sunline had drawn about a half length in front now. Fubu between runners, and then Testarossa. Well back is Referral. Tie the Knot beat the page. Shower Heart a long way back from Diatribe, Shogun Lodge and Oliver Twist, but by the 600 metres. And Sunline raced about 3 lengths in front here from Scoozy Please going to second. Testarossa to third. Then the message who's gone. She's going to take some beating, this great mare. Next is Diatribe. Nothing's making ground on her. She's away. Sunline, she leads by 4 lengths. The champion New Zealand mare has raced away in the Cox Plate. Diatribe and Referral are running onto the placings, followed by Testarossa and then Scoozy Please. But the champion mare is going to kill them. She's 5 in front, Sunline, and a piece of racing history. Back-to-back Cox Plates for the champion mare, Sunline. She's won it by 6 lengths easily. Photo the Miners, Diatribe or Referral, nothing between them. Then came Scoozy Please and Oliver Twist from Testarossa. She leads by 4 lengths. The champion New Zealand mare has raced away in the Cox Plate. Diatribe and Referral are running onto the placings, followed by Testarossa and then Scoozy Please. But the champion mare is going to kill them. She's 5 in front, Sunline, and a piece of racing history. Back-to-back Cox Plates for the champion mare, Sunline. She's won it by 6 lengths easily. Photo the Miners, Diatribe or Referral, nothing between them. Then came Scoozy Please and Oliver Twist from Testarossa, Fubu. Back behind them,
and the message, show a heart, tie the knot, Shogun Lodge, Sky Height second last, beat the Faders last. It's the most comprehensive win in the Cox Plate, probably since Dulcify towed them back in '79.
And that's correct. Look at her, the greatest stake-winning horse in Australian history. Her prize money is now $6,334,200.
She's more brilliant than her, I can tell you.
Yes, she was. She's an out-and-out champion. But look at this. This is the Cox Plate, and it's a one-horse race. She's 8 in front there as they come into the home straight, and the others couldn't do any better. Incidentally,
She loves the valley. It's her track, and this is her race today.
Richest animal on 4 legs, Greg. Well done.
Thank you.
Magnificent.
Thank you very much, Simon. Well, as she comes back to scale, you've never heard a reception like it. The crowd are really saluting this mighty Kiwi mare. I told you she's one...
It's pretty well documented that Sunline traces in direct female descent to Farlap. Now, I know, but I just want to ask you this question. Is Farlap back? It's just possible that Sunline is some kind of freakish genetic throwback to Farlap. If she were a chestnut, I think I'd be covered in goosebumps. The fact that she...
Same.
Graham, I've never been as affected by the performance of a thoroughbred in all my years in racing. I was on air here yesterday, as you know, on Sky Racing, and I was pretty close to shedding a tear when she went past the post. I had a lump in my throat that would have chosen, but we were probably watching the greatest performance by a mare in Australian racing history. That's the thing that hit me. Fancy being a part of that.
You know, it was an outstanding win, best mare I've ever seen, Keith, I've got to say, and one of the 5 probably best horses I've ever seen race.
And up there, 29 starts, 21 wins, highest stakes earnings of $6,334,000 ahead of Octagonal.
Activity prior to the Qantas Wakefield Stakes. Here are the tote figures as they stand at the mage. To Lang Kwai Fong. Now, what does that name mean, gents?
The second last, and Low Leader Star is at the tail of the field and a good 10 lengths from the leader. Donna Dior, Tanith has had a very tough run. It's been 3 and 4 wide the whole way. Then she's a pretender, the grey Shelbourne Lass trying to get into the clear. Polar Sky hard ridden, then Curvaceous, Dashing Granada. Pont and Flyers second last on the rails turning for home. 500 to go. Donna Dior, Lovelord, Blab joins in 3 out. 4 wide was Tanith and then Shelbourne Lass. Lan Kwai Fong looking for a run. Donna Dior gone. Janeth moved up to Blab. Here comes Shelbourne Lass. Lan Kwai Fong getting a run back to the inside. Janeth in front. Shelbourne Lass a length away but closing. Lan Kwai Fong getting up along the inside. Janeth in front. Shelbourne Lass. Low Leader Star late's going to challenge. Shelbourne Lass, Lan Kwai Fong and Low Leader Star. Low Leader Star swapping them on the outside and she draws away and wins well. Brilliant ride. Low Leader Star the winner. Second home Lan Kwai Fong. Stable Quinella. Third may have been Tanith from Shelbourne Lass. And then the lead, Shell 4.30, Tanith third, $1.90.
And the trifecta. Dyer tried to beat him and they may swap places by the time they jump tomorrow. Carpstad Way, the favourite last week, is... And of course, he was second in the Moonee Valley Cup and won the sub.
Dan Malicki, take us through.
Just watching one of the mares, Pravda, has refused to go out. Beat the Celestial Shows, playing up pretty badly, so 2 of the mares are not like it. Drew Behemoth at 13, one of the major local fancies, $32 for Hill of Grace. And then some of the longer priced horses on the 3rd page, but Brew is one of the most fancied there at $17. The only scratching is number 19, so we're left. Diatribe charging up now, out 3 and 4 wide around our Unicorn. Second coming is working into the race nicely from Citrus Prince. Freemason is now held up in traffic as Marat Ford gives ground very quickly. Arctic Owl well back. Far Cry is about midfield running up towards the turn. In fact, he's giving ground very quickly. Second coming goes up with Citrus Prince to join Diatribe and Pastor Express turning for home in the Cup. Skybow's made a run around the field. The Hind working into it. Carpstad Way's made up many lengths into the home straight. Second coming led Citrus Prince. Running on now was Brew. Further out Carpstad Way and Yippee-I-O. Second coming 300 to go, led by a length. Brew cutting him down. Further out Yippee-I-O with a run. Second coming Brew. And then came Yippee-I-O. It's Brew going to the lead with 150 left
to go on the cup. Brew 2 lengths in front now. He's drawing clear of Yippee-Yi-Yo and Brew down to the post. Brew first, 2 lengths to Yippee-Yi-Yo. Aquato for third. Between Second Coming and Carpstad Way. They were followed by Freemason. Arctic Owl next in. Celestial Show.
Coming in Yippee-Yi-Yo, but Second Coming at the 300 leads. Coming home well on the outside now is Brew. Carpstad Way's battling away and Yippee-Yi-Yo. Brew hit the lead at the 200 from Second Coming. The stablemates are clear from Yippee-Yi-Yo, but it's Brew going for home 100 out. McAvoy wheels a whip and Brew draws away to win the Melbourne Cup. 2 lengths to Yippee-Yi-Yo second. Second Coming third. Carpstad Way a half head away fourth. They're followed in then by Arctic Owl.
Right, here's Mark Aston.
We've got the owners of Brew. Congratulations. Thank you. It's a great...
$90 for the win and $4.90 for the place. $2.90 for Yippee-Yi-Yo and $6 for Second Coming. Quinella, $66.90. The trifecta on the cup.
It wasn't their worst result, but they certainly didn't win on the race. They took a lot of money. Diatribe, Freemason, Carpstad Way, but the result was pretty bad anyway because Brew, we walked in on course 20 to 1, started officially at 14s. At one stage it even got as low as 10 to 1. They did lose plenty on Brew. It was a good result for the...
Palladium Star seemed to bound in the air at the start, but then he got away okay. Paint and a point away very far, and Palladium Star coming away from heels, getting to the middle of the track to try and make some ground. Mighty Impulse well back. Amber Boy one of the last there with Sandridge Bay. A Bunchfield in the lead here with Major out after a point who'd taken the lead. Paint still there. Mr. Bombastic looking for an out. Operate getting into the clear and Mastic coming home right across the track here. Don't know where to look. A point, Major, Paint, Mr. Bombastic. They're right across the track. 50 metres to go and Operate bursting through with Normal Practice. They hit the line. Normal Practice or Operate in a photo. Mastic is close up there, followed by Rain. Bunchfield in the lead here with Major out after a point who'd taken the lead. Paint still there. Mr. Bombastic looking for an out. Operate getting into the clear and Mastic coming home right across the track here. Don't know where to look. A point, Major, Paint, Mr. Bombastic. They're right across the track. 50 metres to go and Operate bursting through with Normal Practice. They hit the line. Normal Practice or Operate in a photo. Mastic is close up there, followed by Rain Dance Lady, Mr. Bombastic. An absolute blanket finish. Forest Gym just behind them from Palladium Star. Major, a point and second.
Racing this time, and Birra came out awkwardly, missed it by 2 lengths. Highcraft and Axolotti was speedily away. Outside of Golden Run, 2 lengths to Frisky Star. The favourite is third level, box seating inside of French Raven. 2.5 to Bennon. Outside of Golden Run, 2.5 to Frisky Star, and he's being ridden patiently by Seamer, about 6 lengths off the lead ahead of In Our Time. Cape Golden Run, Bennon, and now Frisky Star is starting to wind up strongly on the outside. 300 left to go. Highcraft got the better of Axolotti. Here comes Frisky Star. He's producing a strong finish on the outside. Seamer said, let's go, boy. And Frisky Star dashed away from them. Put pay to them. Plausible next, followed by In Our Time running down the outside. But it's a good first up win. Hands and heels by Seamer. Frisky Star by 4 lengths. Minor issue, Golden Runner In Our Time in the photo. Then Plausible, followed by, at the head of the others, Highcraft and Axolotti. They weaken. Then Bennon, French Raven, and Line.
Up, Jared. Gone Testarossa at 10 to 1, Umrum 9 to 2, Adam 16 to 1, French Clock 25 to 1, Crawl 12.
I've never seen a hotter Emirates than this. The fact that Testarossa, such a great miler, is 10 to 1. He's a longer price for this than he was.
Getting a fair, almost 4 to 1 the field here, Jen, and it's entitled to be too.
Yes, it is. It's 50 paying at the moment. Not suited at Mooney.
Well back in the field at the moment, and then towards the tail but Crawl with Acapulco the inside, Testarossa racing wide, and last is LA Suez approaching the 600, and Matter of Honour's in front. Adam outside of it second, then Camarina third, Umrum running fourth. Next El Morada, then Go Flash, go out very wide, coming around the turn. Next Cuzzy Please, the Great Pace Invader down towards the rails, and then came Crawl. Higher making his run towards the inside from French Clock. Matter of Honour in front, 400 to go. From Adam, Higher and Crawl are getting right up along the inside. Wider out, Weasel Will is running on, so too is Testarossa. The leader, Matter of Honour. Testarossa out wide with Weasel Will, then Adam. Umrum getting through, then Pace Invader. Testarossa wide out, goes up to hit the lead from Weasel Will. But it's the top weight, Testarossa. What a run. Testarossa wins it from Weasel Will. Crawl third, then Umrum. Next time was Acapulco.
Bilk, and then came Adam. Further back to...
Coming down the outside from Scusi Please, then Weasel Will and Testarossa very wide. Right across the track, Matter of Honour in front of Run, Pace Invader and Crawl on the fence. Here's Weasel Will and Big Testarossa. He started to come right down the outside, Testarossa. He's got the Crawl. Weasel Will goes with Testarossa, but Testarossa's coming away, and Testarossa takes it out by a length and a quarter. Weasel Will, Crawl is third, Run fourth, then Ackerbill.
At 59 kilos, we just brought him in beautifully.
Here's Mark. But if he won today, that was just about his greatest. I reckon it was.
Oh, no doubt, Peter. You know, with 50...
John, congratulations. Was this better than 6 again?
Oh, didn't you see me have the orgasm up there?
We were on you, mate. We were on you. Don't worry about that.
You know, I didn't expect he would win today.
It's better if I work the next day because I've got an excuse to leave.
This is a warm-up. This is the prelim to the celebration. It's pretty intimate hug there, Dean, from Johnny.
There'll be rumours.
He's still looking Blake, Keith.
He is now that he owns Testarossa.
It's a new four-letter word in Melbourne. It's called higher. It was well backed yesterday and out the back again, Rich.
I think I've always said high's been overrated, Keith. I've never
Kitten Court 44, 590, another Misty. Jubilee Song's fine. It'll be a beauty. Well, Ken Court's been a big specking, big lot of specking for him. And Lord Kefaloni are both very big tips for the jump. Favourite drawn wide, Jubilee Song. Gates open, and he was one of the first to get going, Jubilee Song, with Mary McCree, Stowaway and Just Imagine out fast. Lord Kefaloni, Gaza Mate, Dyslexia all going fast. And not far away is Go Wirral. Jubilee Song's a long way back with Go Wirral, Armour Piercing and Ken Court 5 away around the bend. And the front runner is Sonic Switch. He left the rail. There's a big run for the grey. Dyslexia as the other grey Stowaway makes a line of 3. Just Imagine a line of 4. Lord Kefaloni are coming after them. Mary McCree and Jubilee Song letting loose. He's coming down the centre as Lord Kefalonia claimed the front. Jubilee Song really starting to stretch the neck from Mary McCree and Just Imagine. Lord Kefalonia with something in the locker at the 100 pole. 2 lengths the break. Jubilee Song can't pick him up. Ken Court flying home will run a prize third, but they hit the line. It's a big win to Lord Kefalonia. In fact, Ken Court's finished that quickly. He might even get second in front of Jubilee Song. There's nothing in that. Gee, that horse has made up a lot of ground. Then Armour Piercing, Stowaway, another Misty, Just Imagine. Jubilee Song tried to get to him. Look at Ken Court on the outside. How much ground has he given these leaders? Has absolutely come mowing down the centre of the track and is very prominent for second position in the field. That finished fourth, number 8. $6.
Crasher McCrawley is a favourite, clear favourite, ahead of the group of them there, including China.
Comes up. Right up Kilcorrin. The favourites a long way back. Crasher McCauley as they make the home turn. Wiyabella takes the lead at the top of the straight, kicked away. Over a length to China Amber, followed by Diamond Rock, and back in behind them then came Pride of Kilcorrin. And Crasher McCauley coming from a long way back is finishing on pretty well. Wiyabella. Here comes Crasher McCauley in the centre. It's winding up and coming home solidly. Crasher McCauley bursts through, hit the front. Crasher McCauley goes away on the line. Crasher McCauley wins a long neck Lord Big Stone, which got home well. Third China Amber. They're followed by Star of Gal Fortune. And third, China Amber. All dividends, $1.90 and $1.10 for Crasher McCauley.
There was actually a run there.
Have a stranglehold.
Well, nothing's really swooped all day to make ground. It hasn't been dynamite leaders, but the winners have all been in the first 3 or 4, which is a bit of a worry, particularly if you were like Rebel.
Since then is Normal Practice and Point Danger coming up inside. All clear, and away they go. Makes his move with Seller, and they go up and head Ab Initio with the fence. Then Buster Jones right behind them from Mr. Bombastic, Point Danger, Cryptavia. Then Normal Practice, Iron Horse, Rebel with a Cause, another Neptune, and Sedation as they swing the corner. Seller in the middle, and Geronimo run the outside again, joined by Ab Initio. Couple of lengths away, Mr. Bombastic giving his head. Then Buster Jones under the whip. Rebel with a Cause still second last, nearing the 200. Ab Initio giving something from Seller. Geronimo run battling a bit. Mr. Bombastic there outside. 100 metres to go. Still Ab Initio from Seller. Mr. Bombastic. Here's Normal Practice starting to swallow them all up. He's flying. He's got up Normal Practice. One on the neck. Ab Initio might have got second. Sellers there and Rebel with a Cause came home when it was all over out. The outside again, joined by Ab Initio. Couple of lengths away, Mr. Bombastic giving his head. Then Buster Jones under the whip. Rebel with a Cause still second last, nearing the 200. Ab Initio giving something from Seller. Geronimo run battling a bit. Mr. Bombastic there outside. 100 metres to go. Still Ab Initio from Seller. Mr. Bombastic. Here's Normal Practice starting to swallow them all up. He's flying. He's got up Normal Practice. One on the neck.
Ab Initio might have got second. Sellers there and Rebel with a cause came home when it was all over out wide. Just behind them, Mr. Bombastic, Cryptavia, and then came Sedation. Geronimo run weak, and a monster finish from Normal Practice. He's swallowed them up and won. There were 3 or 4 of them fighting the race out, but Normal Practice descended quickly, grabbing Seller, Ab Initio, and Mr. Bombastic, and he's got up to win the race on the outside. Number 5, Normal Practice, ridden by Glenn Boss, winning last time out. It was a big win when he came from Welbeck to win over the 1,200 metres last time out, and he was
after his Melbourne Cup win.
Yeah, look, he was not entitled to win from where he was. That was an amazing performance by Normal Practice. Seller was the favourite.
Unbelievable. An outstanding effort. Yeah.
That was a cracking good win, that. I really like the way that horse accelerated from the back of the field. He's strung 2 together now, and he's obviously a very smart horse, and Danny's done a great job. I think
Whoopie Ride, 550.
Past time, I think it's won its 2 or 3 barrier trials, 8 lengths, 10 lengths, 12 lengths, won its first race start at Gosford by about 8 lengths. And was much heralded as it had its first appearance in town yesterday and won similarly by about 6 or 8 lengths.
On the rail, Pastime in front, being nursed over the hill, got away, led 2 lengths, Divine Lily. Mullion Creek, Aussie on the fence, and then came Mustard. He produced the Persuader, and Pastime zing clear at the 100 mark. He's 4 lengths in front of Divine Lily. Aussie on the fence from full speed ahead. Pastime has run them right off their legs and is going to bolt in. Won at 5 lengths at the post. Divine Lily second from Aussie, although that's very tight.
Pastime was clearly the highlight of the day yesterday at Randwick, winning the 5th on the... Enjoying training such a lovely, talented horse as Pastime.
It's pretty stressful. But, no.
It's Mr. Spielberg. 2 lengths to Dr. Freeze. Monfino outside of him from Iggy. And the Strutter is a long way back in company with Charge Down. Pastime's been softened up in the initial stages before the bend, 500 to go. Taxed a neck away on the fence, dropping the bit now is Mr. Spielberg from Dr. Freeze. Monfino under pressure. Iggy heads the others. Pastime in front. He's got them stretching the neck as they turn the bend. Buckley released the leathers and away he went. Pastime. He found 3 lengths in an instant. He's well clear. Battling on well as Tax. Dr. Freeze on the outside running on, but Pastime with 100 metres to go is further ahead. He's killing them. Strutter from the back is absolutely roaring home. Will probably get up and run second, but Pastime won by a street. The Strutter second, Dr. Freeze third, then Taxed. Iggy well back in the race was Charged Down.
Do with him now, Tim?
I'll have a short break and get ready for the Hawkesbury Guineas.
In your mind, is he a potential stakes horse?
Oh, I'd say he'd have to be, yeah, the way he goes.
On the top line of betting, Peter Hay.
Coming up, I believe Redmond won the previous event. And off they run, followed by Kerry Lass, who's well back, and Chapel Song is last as they straighten up. 450 to run. Whoopie Ride on the outside takes a slight lead from Baringa Babe. Coming at them quickly is Reg Ellis, and Siren Song's looking for a run towards the inside. Palace Theatre also running home well. All play nowhere to go. And Tina's debut finishing well from a long way back. Here comes Palace Theatre coming after Whoopie Ride. Siren Song's along the inside is finishing very well, and then Reg Ellis. Anybody's race. Siren Song's got through on the inside to hit the front close to home, and Siren Songs wins it. Siren Songs wins from Whoopie Ride. Ahead away third Palace Theatre, followed by Ewer, or Grand Anchor it is, and also the other one here, just getting up Siren Song. So 3 Pattern Pay, 11 Limerick Scene, 3 Grand Anchor.
Race 6 at...
Waiting only now for Not Too Vain to move in. Whiskey Star, Larry's top pick, Uncanny, is at $18. Well, has been given. Frisky Star's our short price favourite. Grand Aspect, something over the rail. So we're on the bend, 500 to go. And first around the bend, Grand Aspect, tackled by Silent Assassin. They're a long way in front of the third horse, Cryptic Red. Then Pew Keko, Garuda, Prince Shadim. And now here's Frisky Star pulled out. He's coming with a big run. He's a fair way from them. Inside the 250 metres mark, Silent Assassin on the outside is just in front of Grand Aspect. And now Cryptic Red and Frisky Star's coming down the outside. Silent Assassin tackled by Cryptic Red. And here's Frisky Star. He's descending upon them. Frisky Star got the Cryptic Red. I think he beat him. I think Frisky Star might have just beaten Cryptic Red. Not much in it. Third, more photo. Grand Aspect's close up. And so too is Shadim with West Express. Silent Assassin and the next time Super Blast pick at him. And the winner is... There's not much in it. And the winner is 1. Frisky Star. 1 Frisky Star, ridden by Scott Seamer, has got up to win.
Frisky Star getting home at 250 and 140. It was a big F, and they're on their way to the barrier. Australia is represented by Falbalon here. Of course, Blackbean was a controversial late scratching yesterday afternoon. As they head to the barrier, we're heading live to Sha Tin, where Andrew...
He has a number of chances today, and he's already got the double.
Best of the Best has got cover. Big Drags 5 off the lead. Nuclear Debate further back in the field and near the tail end. They run down to the 400 metre mark. King of Danes, Crystal Charm on the flat. Bertolini's hard at it. Superb Effect with it. Falbalon next, but it's Morluck in front. Best of the Best running on with plenty. Morluck nearer the outside. Coming up to Falbalon, Crystal Charm and King of Danes. It's Morluck in front. Plenty. Best of the Best. Falbalon's coming through. Morluck and Falbalon. Falbalon hits the front. Falbalon and Morluck, they hit it a close call. Falbalon, Morluck, anybody's a winner. Best of the Best in the middle. King of Danes the inside. Crystal Charm ran the race of its life.
340, 160. I wonder if he'll be a lot shorter in Queensland when those divs come up.
What would you envisage he'll be in the run here today? I think, well, you might...
Sunline is the raging favourite here. It's actually quite surprising just how short she's come into.
The 12 certainly dominated here as Australasian. I think they can both win.
We're tying up there.
Yeah, look, there were concerns even going back to Australia before coming.
Dividend in Hong Kong. The latest prize through for Fairy King Prawn has clicked down another.
Later out in the field, Fairy King Prawn, he's going to need luck. Native Desert has him in a pocket from Electronic Unicorn, last resort. Fabergé and Testarossa last of all. Sunlight, she's rolling at the 600. She put a length on Adam. New Trump's third, Charming City in 4. Billion Win looks done. Hooking to the outside, Native Desert. Charged Affairs needs a run. Fairy King Prawn hooks to the outside, but he's giving the Wonder Mare 8 lengths. Sunline given the rein at the 350. Slipped 2 lengths in front. Adam New Trump sticks on. Here comes Fairy King Prawn. It's Sunlight in front. Fairy King Prawn, the horse of Hong Kong, coming after the Mare of the World. 150 to go. Sunline's a length in front. Fairy King Prawn's trying to get him. Sunline, the Kiwis pulling out, stops. Fairy King Prawn lifts. They come to the line. Fairy King Prawn dives, but he missed. Sunline, the Mare of the World, wins it from Fairy King Prawn. Lane at the 350, slipped 2 lengths in front. Adam New Trump sticks on. Here comes Fairy King Prawn. It's Sunlight in front. Fairy King Prawn, the horse of Hong Kong, coming after the Mare of the World. 150 to go. Sunline's a length in front. Fairy King Prawn's trying to get him. Sunline, the Kiwis pulling out, stops. Fairy King Prawn lifts. They come to the line. Fairy King Prawn dives, but he missed. Sunline, the Mare of the World, wins it from Fairy King Prawn. 5 lengths, Adam, I think, third from New Trumps. Electronic Unicorn wider. Charming City ball. It was billed as the match race, and what a race it was.
Easy run in front, but what it does today is stamps her as a world champion mare, and what a great mare she is. She is.
At the moment, it's the Southern Hemisphere too.
She is. I've got a feeling Fairy King Prawn is a shade better.
Well, yeah, as the boys were discussing earlier, the pace of the race really didn't suit anything bar the first and third horses, and
before last start he's taken a step up to coming back with me claim. He'll be carrying 59 today, so it's a big weight, but we just hope we can handle it.
Just 2 more to move in for the next race at Flemington. Siren Song's the favourite at $4.40. A very open race as we...
By Siren Song, Cyrenelg and Nouveau Riche. Earlwood Manor at the 800's gone further ahead. It's about a 6 or 7 length margin now over Love's Choice. And then Siren Song's pulling out wider from the fat Cyrenelg and Nouveau Riche. Earlwood Manor at the 500 came round the turn with a 5-length lead over Love's Choice and Mystic Morse. Mr. Donizetti and Declare pull out, followed by Rio Del Mar and Summer Rule, who's having to switch course to get into the race. And down the outside comes Declare. Siren Songs and the Fats are still a long way back at the 300. Earlwood Manor's putting in the short ones now. About to be collared by Mr. Donizetti, Summer Rule. Here's Siren Songs now starting to lift, and so is Declare. Mr. Donizetti hit the front. Siren Songs coming after him now. And on the outside is Cyrenelg. Mr. Donizetti, Siren Songs grabbed him. She's won it. Siren Songs has got up and won from Mr. Donizetti and Cyrenelg. Next in was the Fats in company with Summer Rule, and then came Declare.
Siren Song, Stephen Baster, 430, 180. Mr. Donizetti, 250.
next. And then to race 7, and it was another of the highlights this afternoon, the RJ Peters Stakes. And look for the colours of Northerly. The gold with the black Maltese cross. He settles in the back half of the field, and he makes a sustained run right around them. I haven't seen one travelling this easily on the home turn for quite a while.
Northerly went to Great Bow. It bounded straight past him. Race 3 in front. Northerly's kicked away. Great Bow's gone. Followed then by Special Jester from last Merry Minka. Look at Northerly go. Northerly is spread eagle the field, and he races his way into Railway Stakes contention with a brilliant win. Northerly 5 lengths to Merry Minka Special Jester. On the fence, So Can He, followed by Mulder.
He's earned his place in next Saturday's $500,000 Railway Stakes with an emphatic win.
Yes, I agree with that. There was an emphatic win, but I'm not sure the pressure's off, because now I think the pressure's on.
Here's a 4-year-old going into our premier sprint race, or a mile, with only 5 starts behind him. But of those 5 starts, 2 wins have been outstanding. His Aquanita win and now his RJ Peters Stakes win.
God. And I'm confident the horse's ability, but I think this is a really big ask. The Railway, I think, the hardest race in West Australia to win. And
Lindsay Smith, who's been dominating the Perth Summer Carnival, joins me now to talk about 2 runners he has engaged. Old Comrade and News Review. Which of them is the best hope here?
I think News Review, Joe myself.
Peter Hayes. Umrum's gone to the lead now, and Cassidy takes the top weight to the front at the 1,000 metres mark from the Peter Hayes trained Lord of the Pines, who quickly shifted off the fence. The speed backed off considerably. Northerly's on a limb going around the outside of Star System. Beautifully placed is Fly My Kite at the 800, and then Sister Patricia and Slide Away, which is cruising behind the between horses. On the fence, Lizzie Longlegs next, and then Old Comrade ridden patiently from Noble Sky. Panoramic Lad bailed up on the inside of Corporate Bruce and McFlirt, followed by Humar, and News Review will have to come from last to win. Dan Miller's pouring the pressure on with the 4-year-old Northerly, who's gone up to eyeball Umrum. 400 metres out in the Railway, Northerly in front, Umrum the fence. Cassidy hasn't moved on him yet. Sister Patricia, and here comes Old Comrade. The 3-year-old cutting loose on the outside. Lord of the Pines can't go on. Slide Away held up, and then Lizzie Longlegs. 200 metres out, Old Comrade's coming at Northerly. Northerly in front. Brown's gone for the whip on Old Comrade. Northerly's responded. The 4-year-old shakes off Old Comrade. Lizzie Longlegs, then Slide Away. A stunning win by Northerly, and Dan Miller, they win the Railway. Northerly too good for Old Comrade. Third, Lizzie Longlegs. Slide Away rattling home when it was all over to run fourth. Fly My... What a horse he is in the making. Having only his 6th career race start, number 50.
And 310. Old Comrade at $3, running a terrific race as well.
He did a lot of work. I can't believe the run. You know, the horse, I thought he was just annoying Umrum for half the race. You know, he was 3 and 4 wide, got out some side Umrum, drove it into him, and then just kept going. Like here, he looks to me as though he's pretty well gone. You know, he's under pressure, then he comes away from them, and
drinking silver. Concarney, Fine Action, Leroy's Magic, and PlayStation 8, 10, 6 and 16. Good field here. 8, 10, 6 and 16 are the ratings. 14 out, Frisky Star 17, and PlayStation $5.20.
Himself, he's a flight. He just probably won't go forward as early as he has been. I don't expect to see. Fine Action's out deep on the track, and he's throwing his head about on the fence. Leroy's Magic, King Lotto between them, Emeralds off 4 deep. Then came Classic Cliche, Ken Concarney's in the middle. Major Victory, the fence. PlayStation's tracking Ken Concarney. Then came Frisky Star, Narwong, Arimathea and Mallet in the straight to the 350. Super Espion joined by Quality Kingdom. Fine Action on the outside from Leroy's Magic. King Lotto can't get out. Ken Carney's about to cut at them, and PlayStation's tracking up behind him. Ken Carney sprinted to the lead inside the 200 metres mark. PlayStation went into 2nd spot, but Ken Carney's got a break. PlayStation's not going to pick him up today, and Ken Carney beat PlayStation. Arimathea ran 3rd. Tight for 4th, Classic Cliche or Mallet in front of Fine Action, Frisky Star, Major Victory, King Lotto. Then came Thomas Emeralds off. Yeah, they held him up today. All right, Graham.
Silver's at 28, 6 out, Mamalani 588 is scratching. 9 is China Syndrome, 2011, Crasher Macaulay, just like Kelly.
8.5 China Syndrome, being followed by Crasher Macaulay, and well back Confederate Kid is over on the inside of Carolina Moon as they run down with 700 metres left to go. General Vladimir leads the way by 1.5 to Just Like Kelly. Half a length away, Frappo moving up behind the Mamalani, and Real Boyle on the inside running on. Captain Clipper in behind the Mascot Road, Drinking Silver, a fair way back in the field. In Carolina Moon, Confederate Kid giving the leaders a long start, and Crasher Macaulay in behind them, followed by Nutcracker and China Syndrome. Syndrome as they make the home turn. General Vladimir the leader, led by a length and a half in second place. Challenging now is Just Like Kelly running on. Down the outside, Frappo, Memoloni, Confederate Kids a mile back as they run to the 200, where Just Like Kelly's hit the front and kicked away nicely clear. Crasher Macaulay down the outside could be the danger. Just Like Kelly about to be tackled by Crasher Macaulay, who's coming at it very quickly in the final stages. Crasher Macaulay level hits the front. Crasher Macaulay wins it from Just Like Kelly, type for third Captain Clipper, or Nutcracker in a photo ahead there of
Just Like Kelly and Captain Clipper, 10, 11 and 1. Quinella and Trifecta Dividends are there for.
This is the Celebrations handicap over 1,000 metres. It's a class 3, and Gladmack is all the rage here. Shane Shield for Kerry Mose fourth. A length and a half away, Gladmack, who seems from this angle to be running perhaps 2 or 3 away from the rail, maybe even deeper than that now, and 5 lengths to Forster Shore. Glenrock Terry's in front as they start the swing at the 500. From moving up is Spring Day, and Gladmack coming out wide with See You in Paris. Go Jaffa just dropped back behind those, and 3 to Forster Shore. Around the turn, down past the 400, Glenrock Terry put under pressure first of all by Spring Day in the centre, and Gladmack has cruised to the pair of them, and 2.50 to go. Gladmack goes for home. Shane Shield gives it a bit of leather, and it bounded away from Spring Day. Then Glenrock Terry, Go Jaffa, Forster Shore down the outside might run a place, but Gladmack's raced well clear at the 100 in no danger, and Gladmack wins it easily. Gladmack at the wire by 4. Second, Forster Shore down the outside, I think, and nose Glenrock Terry. Spring Day fourth. Race time 59.51 on the track, rated as slow. 59 and 50 here on.
A length in front of Grey Region, 2 lengths away, Major running on. The grandstand side of the track, Giscard, Point Danger, Sedation, Arabian Magic and Upright. It's a Glacier though on the flat side, kicking clear here. It's a Glacier, 2.5 lengths in front. Will the plunge come off? It's an almighty plunge, one of the biggest we've seen at Flemington. First up, a Glacier is going to win and win easily. A Glacier has beaten Sedation and Major. Then came Upright.
New Year's Day certainly shook up the bookies at Flemington and right around Australia. The biggest off-carnival plunge they're talking in some 18 years in Melbourne, when it was backed with the bookies around 10 to 1 into 5 to 2 on the tote on Super Tab, $15 into around $4. A horse that was a Silver Slipper winner, 4th in a Golden Slipper. Now with the Russell Cameron stable, it was remarkable. They ran track record, Richard, 107.16, and this horse seems to have come back in great shape.
That's 107.16. Well, that is the Australian record, I think, Keith, and that would break Gold Ace's 1,200 metre track record, which stood for years. So great effort. Great effort.
The plunge is estimated to have taken $1.2 million out of the ring and out of national totes. This was a well-planned plunge. Few must have been in the know, because a Glacier came up at such big odds on the tote that bookmakers thought, mustn't be ready, mustn't be fancied today, mustn't be fit, and that was the sting that launched.
Straight in front of the mounting yard. Favourite on track is Siren Songs. There has been support for it, as well as the toppy.
He's back last on the inside, and Zaro's third last. It's in Southern Crown. Devon Valley Lady was next from Siren Songs, and Indian Ridge as they round the turn. Wild Door in front though. She kicked right away. Wild Door's got a pretty handy lead. 4 lengths in front at the top of the straight. From Steeler Scene, Siren Songs getting through on the inside. Wider out, Devon Valley Lady running on fairly well with Mr. Narwini. Lava Lady's had enough, and then Aberdeen Rose. It's Wild Door at the 250. About 4 lengths in front of Siren Songs. Then Mackie Bayo, Aberdeen Rose. Further out, Mr. Narwini. He's back on track. Wild Door a length and a half in front. She's coming back. Siren Songs the outside's after her. Wild Door can't lift her legs. Siren Songs, Mackie Bayo driving through on the inside, and Mackie Bayo's done best to win it. Mackie Bayo's got up to beat Siren Songs, and third Wild Door, then Aberdeen Rose and Indian Ridge.
Stable Maccabayo beating Siren Songs and Wildior. And 5, Show Defiance, 19. 6, Pride of Banmore, 39. 7, Jack. Anyway, all's well with Chick Chuck and the others, and they've come forward quickly for the running of... They're ready, they're ready, and then came Jackhammer and King Cal. Vaurama back 7th, followed by Hammer. Pride of Banmore, King Cal. Vaurama's got back to 3rd, last from Dark Rumour, and Forster Shore sees them all. Straightening up towards the 400, Sahara Saint, a narrow front runner. Laddie Milady coming at it. Show Defiance, 3 out is almost up to them as well, followed by Chick Chuck, and then came King Cal, and Vaurama is starting to weave its way through the field and is going to come to the outside and have the last shot at them. Sahara Saint under pressure. Laddie Milady goes to it. Vaurama is coming home quickly. Laddie Milady in the centre, got its head in front. Wide out is Vaurama, might have them covered. Sahara Saint is kicking again. They go to the wire. Vaurama out wide has beaten Sahara Saint. Between them, Laddie Milady 3rd and Pride of Banmore 4th. They're followed by Forster Shore, Show Defiance, King.
The Sunshine Coast with weight 3 Vaurana, 441.70.
Owners of the horse, the other owner, $10 on the win total, 10 years of age. Number 2, Mowgli, 330. Number 3, Amarina, 630, and 4 Mowgli, 350, ahead of
Bediger sets the rails. Well back to Donegal Boy. Mowgli has a wall of horses in front of him coming down to the 500, followed by Zip Infatuation, likewise, and Jewel. Rem Bediger's a handy leader, but there's been a few of those today and get run over. But he's still 3 in front of Beat the Odds. Then Tartan Army. Amarina down the outside with Rock the Boat. Stylish lead battling. Mighty McCool down the centre. Mowgli's got to get to the outside at the 220. Rem Bediger's tied. Grabbed by Beat the Odds. Tartan Army. Rock the Boat. Mowgli's trying to get out around the heels of Mighty McCool. Wider out Donegal Boy. Beat the Odds hit the lead from Tartan Army. Here's Zip Infatuation through the centre. Mowgli starting to fly. Mowgli swooped upon them and beat them. Mowgli's got up and won from Zip Infatuation. Third's very close. Maybe Tartan Army from Rock the Boat. Beat the Odds in a line of about 6. Followed the 400 on the home turn. He had to come around the heels of Mighty McCool. With
Mowgli, $3 and 160. Zip Infatuation, 190. Tartan Army.
14 for Chief John. Fires of Ireland at 12.
Mark. Now over here at the 900 metres, Turkey Time will be about the last one towards the tail with Chief John and Black Sabbath. They travel on towards the turn and Dynamic Heights the leader. Came around the turn, clear over, let the man go there, followed by Fires of Ireland, Credentials over on the inside. Our Millennium further back, Dancing Heights is down the outside. Dancing Inferno rather and wider out was Chief John. The favourite Fenway Park behind a wall of horses is now easing to the outside, but has got the job ahead of it. Chief John has stormed to the front past the 100 metres marker from Dynamic Heights, Dancing Inferno, Fenway Park running on late, but Chief John too good. Chief John about 2 lengths to Fenway Park. Third in was Dancing Inferno from Dynamic Heights, then came Fires of Ireland, Our Millennium.
Going back, Darren, 14.24.10, Fenway Park 140, Dancing Inferno 210.
33. 9, Susie Gray, $5, scratch number 10. 11, top end of 56. 12 out. 13, Catini.
Now they're all in the Tablelander stand by Scar Lowy and Susie Gray in the Tablelanders last of all. They're flying at the 600 metres mark. Command Force the inside and Captain Nemo and Clay Shaker out in the limb 3 deep. Twin Fortune fourth, Catenian fifth on the inside, then Diddy Do, S War, followed by Top Ender. Scarlowy's looking for the way out, and so is Susie Gray, well in the straight. And Command Force is the leader from Clay Shaker, Twin Fortune, Diddy Do, S War on the outside. Catenian's going up on the fence, and Susie Gray's down the outside. Scarlowy's running a bit of traffic. It's Catenian getting up on the inside of Command Force, but look at Susie Gray. Susie Gray in the twinkling of an eye dashed to the lead, then Catenian, but it's all Susie Gray, and Susie Gray bolted in from Catenian, and Diddy Do S War on the outside. Catenian's going up on the fence, and Susie Gray's down the outside. Scarlowy's running a bit of traffic. It's Catenian getting up on the inside of Command Force, but look at Susie Gray. Susie Gray in the twinkling of an eye dashed to the lead, then Catenian, but it's all Susie Gray, and Susie Gray bolted in from Catenian and Command Force. The next
Gay Waterhouse has been great. She's been a great support for me, and
ready to race. Gates are back and they're racing. Maitland Gold away fairly. Swift Duke began quickly with Great Eagle. Maitland Gold is mustering through in the centre with Duke behind them fourth, and they were followed by I Do Thee Wed. Maitland Gold hooking out wide now with the gold and red colours, followed by Latrice and the Moonster King. Dorlina's Luck, they swing 300 to go. Newcastle Knight 2 lengths in front. From in second placing on the inside, I Do Thee Wed. Swift Duke and Maitland Gold winding up down the outside. 100 to go. Newcastle Knight in front of Swift Duke. Maitland Gold down the outside from I Do Thee Wed. Newcastle Knight in front. Maitland Gold's coming on the outside. Oh, gee, I think it's got up. I think it's got up. Maitland Gold on the outside from Newcastle. Maitland Gold down the outside from I Do Thee Wed. Newcastle Knight in front. Maitland Gold's coming on the outside. Oh, gee, I think it's got up. I think it's got up. Maitland Gold on the outside from Newcastle Knight, and I Do Thee Wed, a big performance if it has. Swift Duke behind those, and they were followed by Cherry Bounce the Moonster, Latrice, Great Eagle, and King Door. Off and racing, and Groovy Miss bounded out of the barriers and quickly found the lead in front of Going Quickly Wah Weary on the outside.
Babylon Queen, Whirling Star, a gap, Glacies, followed by Proud and Stem the Tide. Groovy Miss in front at the 400 metres mark, led by a length and a half. Wawiri in second spot, followed by Swirling Star, Savanti. Glacies running home from a long way back. Groovy Miss in front at the 200. Wawiri throwing down the gauntlet to it, or trying hard to, and then Glacies. But Groovy Miss is still the leader with 100 to go. Wawiri on the outside, trying hard. Proud coming home late. But Groovy Miss in front. Look at Proud, absolutely flying. It's got up. I don't believe it. It's come from last on the bend, Proud, and it has got up to beat Groovy Miss right on the line. Made up 5 lengths in the last 100 yards. Thirds are Wawiri throwing down the gauntlet to it, or trying hard to, and then Glacies. But Groovy Miss is still the leader with 100 to go. Wawiri on the outside, trying hard. Proud coming home late. But Groovy Miss in front. Look at Proud, absolutely flying. It's got up. I don't believe it. It's come from last on the bend, Proud, and it has got up to beat Groovy Miss right on the line. Made up 5 lengths in the last 100 yards. Thirds are Proud. How did it ever win? It must have been 12 lengths from the leader with about 300 metres to go. Well, 10 at least. I might be exaggerating. Unbelievable. 3 Proud. There it comes. $15.60 and 3.10.
It's through and they're away. King of Roses began well. Sweet Chili alongside it looked a touch slow. Frere Jacques got out fast. Vote a quarter where it's King of Roses in control. Vocals on the outside is second, turning for home. Marlowe between them. 3 of the more favoured runners straightened up in front of Confirmed Booking. His Dog Rover, and then Fields of Omar. And back behind those to finish his Natural Spirit. But it's King of Roses doing it very well. 150 to go. Kicked away on them from Vocals. And Marlowe battling away on the inside, but another runaway win here. And King of Roses is going to absolutely donkey lick them. King of Roses very easily won at 6 or 7 to Vocals. Fields of Omar got up on the inside. It'll grab third from Marlowe, and running on well was As You Would down the outside. They were followed by the wicket in Confirmed Booking. Gee, that was good. That was very impressive. Number 7, King of Roses, written by Vincent Hall for Matthew Ellen.
Now, Jiber at 3, Collins Street at 12, and Kensine is now at up today, but has had General at 4.10 on the second line.
Parhelia, and then Shawnee Chief on the rail from Kensine getting a rails run, and then came Parhelia, Collins Street. Secretary General still a long way back. Jiver took the lead. Kensine coming through on the rails, giving him a race, and Campamani started to come home. Oliver's got desperate on Jiver. He's just in front, but they're swapping him. Collins Street and Parhelia coming down the outside. Collins Street swallows them up out wide, and Collins Street wins it a nick to Parhelia getting up for second, and Jiver. Then Kensine, further back Campamani.
He might be set for a good preparation this time round. As a 5-year-old Scenic, he's just starting to come good for him.
At Eagle Farm. There's Sunline on screen now for this, the Waikato Draft Sprint of Highly at $28, number 6. Now Sunline's out to $1.40 on the New South Wales.
Is back in the field with Vegas and Shoella, and Capstard Way. Sunline makes a turn, and she's only trotting. Sunline goes for home. She's opened up 1.5. Fritz on the outside. Spring Rain there, followed by Star of Gold, then Golden Butterfly. Charles hasn't moved as yet, and Sunline, the winner of $9.9 million. She's well clear. It's all over the Group 1 event. She's opening up the opposition. 4, 5, 6 on the outside. Fritz and Spring Rain. Sunline has won it, and won it in a canter. Second home is Fritz. Third is Spring Rain. There followed Duzetta, Golden Butterfly, 1 under. In behind.
Watch her. I'm speechless. Peter Snowden joins me now from Crown Lodge.
Super horse. She defies logic what she does. She just keeps winning, and puts us. She's lucky she can put herself in the right position all the time.
This mare deserves to race on the world stage. This is the best mare I've ever seen race. She's getting to the stage where I think she might be the best horse I've ever seen race, and there's only one other you could put in the class with her, and that might be Kingston Town.
Really?
And for her to be...
you don't... Just a quick look at Caulfield. It's Oval Office, Northerly Shore, Blue Shining Path.
So we'll stick with 2, 1, 5 and 3.
Good race though. Big question mark where the speed's
To the inside, 1.5 lengths to Shining Path. Northerly next over on the outside of Iron Horse, and they're followed by PlayStation, who's come away from the rails. 1 to Shore Blue, and then came Furnish, and 2 to Oval Office. Knockrow back the tempo off coming down the side. Kenzine rushed up to him. Shining Path whipped around the outside too. And Northerly's off and running as well. He's got up to 4th from Tiger's Eye. Iron Horse, length to PlayStation, and they're followed then by Shore Blue, taken to the outside, running on from Furnish. And Oval Office last as they've bunched. It's Knockrow, Kenzine, Shining Path. Northerly is 4 wide as they enter the straight. Just behind them, Tiger's Eye looking for a run on the inside. Not a lot of room there. Furnish is coming with a run, but Northerly is spread it away from them. At the 200 and the West Australians raced away now. Coming home well as Oval Office on the outside with Furnish, but Northerly with 58 has bolted in. Northerly easily by 4. Oval Office second, Knockrow third. Looking for a run on the inside. Not a lot of room there. Furnish is coming with a run, but Northerly is spread it away from them. At the 200 and the West Australians raced away now. Coming home well as Oval Office on the outside with Furnish, but Northerly with 58 has bolted in. Northerly easily by 4. Oval Office second, Knockrow third. Furnish 4th. That is a good old-fashioned shellacking. Number 1, Northerly, has absolutely here. In fact, he's broken the record, 135.1. We all went into it thinking there'd be no pace, and it's a course record performance under 58 kilos, returned by
his ability. Any horse that can win by that margin and break the course record. The last horse I saw win that race by that margin and break the course record was Superimpose, and he went on to bigger and better things. And I think this horse is a very, very talented horse. And Fred Kerrs.
So the 58 kilos, having only his 8th start, he was eased down to run a track record. He is definitely going to be a start of the future, and it was a very
honey. 1 on top from 3, 5 and 6. This is the light fingers. It's Belle de Jour.
Belle de Jour, of course, with that remarkable Golden Slipper win, has taken her right as they come around the bend. Mini Me shook off 8/8, straightening up, led by a length and a half, back to the fence then, and battling on fairly is Marlena. Lady Milan's rider has had a huge peep over his shoulder, G-Boss, and Lady Milan let down, exploded to the front at the 200 metres mark. Belle de Jour's finally got out and is running on, but Lady Milan zip clear. Belle de Jour's running on, Mini Meek's kicking on, still in second position. Maitland Goal late, but Lady Milan an effortless victory, and she kills them in the light fingers, won at 2 lengths. Maitland Goal flew and got second from Belle de Jour and Mini Me. They were followed by Symbol 8/8. Marlena well back. Speed was frantic early, 34.31. They've come home 35.3. And over.
This is a very interesting race, the 7th, to the resumption to racing of the great Tie the Knot. It's the top raider, 1 ahead of 11.
Going to throw in Tie the Knot for second. He seems to have done a fair amount of work. You wouldn't
Tie the Knot. He's doing a good job to stay with them, the old champ, and about 5 away is Freemason. Fashion News in front, 800 metres to go by a half on Ribs from, and the leader on the fence, Fashion News from Rebel Rock and Land Sighting coming at them. Wide out Referral, going with him Celestial Choir, back to the inside, Huge Demand, Tie the Knot running on. Over the rise, Land Sighting giving full bore. He leads the way narrowly, Celestial Choir, Tie the Knot's getting up on the fence and Referral. Antiquity late, Land Sighting's running out of steam, Tie the Knot's getting up on the fence with Referral. Land Sighting in front, Tie the Knot charging through. Oh, champion! Too good again. Tie the Knot. First up, the first time he's ever won in his career, and he's done it in great style. Photo the Miners. Second are the Land Sighting, Antiquity and Referral. All there in a bunch. Number 1 is of the Australasian turf. And Referral has run second with Beedman aboard. I wonder...
Richard, what are your thoughts? I just think he's a great horse. He's in the Superimpose class. He's that type of horse, Keith. He seems to... The other horses are starting to run in the race, Referral and Land Sighting out wide. Probably look like they'd win the race, but I think he's just a bit better than them, Keith.
This is his first win at the sprint distance of 1,200 metres. He's won almost $5.5 million in stakes. He's a super horse, but gosh, what does it make?
But Tie the Knot, I tell you, another horse that was a very good autumn horse, not as good in the spring, Vo Rogue.
Yep, that's true.
Right ahead of Spinning Hill, Win City, Miss Zoe, 8 from 2, 3 and 5. Here's the tote call, Avilda, 48, 240, Spinning Hill, Win City.
Shading second last and Avilda the last one. Homeward bound. Atomic Love coming back to Win City, led by a length. One away on the outside of those coming with its run now is Say Good Morning. Spinning Hill cuts back to the inside, and Cerrito is starting to zoom down the outside with Miss Doopsy. Spinning Hill took the inside run and grabbed the front. Leads the way from Say Good Morning. Corelli getting home with Cerrito, but Spinning Hill went for home. He's the pin-up boy today, Paddy Payne. Spinning Hill roared clear, 2.5 in front of Say Good Morning Corelli, and Spinning Hill too good. 1 at 2.5 to Say Good Morning Corelli. Sorrento No Limit, and then another to ride the Sydney champion,
who is a rising 7-year-old, and most people would say, well, he's given as much as he...
Susie Gray, $3, 24 Aaron Tell. But she's a powerful little filly, and, you know, she's gone up 3.5 kilos, but, gee, she looked well in the enclosure, and fear that these horses that get back in this race and not making up the ground as...
Side of Kia Lee, Flying Tarns wide. Susie Gray's third last outside, Erin Teller last, Cunnan fourth, then Prey later, followed by Rock Edge. A length away in the field, Flying Tarn, then came Catenian, Defina, Erin Tell, Kia Lee, Susie Gray next to last, coming to the outside and tailed off Cape Shank. In the straight, Command Force in front, 400 metres to go. Clay Shakers on the outside, a length away to Kiss Me, Silver Cannon. Then came Rock Edge, pulled out. Wider out came Susie Gray, starting to storm in with a big run. Here she comes. Command Force in front, but not for long. Here's Susie Gray. And shortly afterwards, Susie Gray descended upon Command Force. Erin Tell rattling home and then Defina, but Susie Gray broke clear. And Susie Gray beat Erin Tell and Defina. And then wider out came Susie Gray, starting to storm in with a big run. Here she comes. Command Force in front, but not for long. Here's Susie Gray. And shortly afterwards, Susie Gray descended upon Command Force. Erin Tell rattling home and then Defina, but Susie Gray broke clear. And Susie Gray beat Erin Tell and Defina. And then Rock Edge, Command Force, followed by...
Gee, that was a win, wasn't it, by the filly, Susie Gray. Glenn Collis for Alan Bailey at 2.60 and a dollar.
He goes, throwing Moulin Princess as my third choice. I'll tell you what, Heather's...
Seat run, and he's won it well. It's 2.10...
11 days ago, so we'll have a look at him.
They come to the bend, and Bangkok Stopover is the leader. 400 metres out. Bowden Time is second. Here's Diamond Mac looming up on the outside with Centre Fire. Further out, Misty Reach from Cherry Bounce. Then Potter's Choice, Bowden Time, and Bad Boy Buck sweating on a run back to the inside. Bangkok Stopover leads. 200 metres out is a length clear of Centre Fire. A length and a half to Chief John, who's flying on the outside. Chief John raced to the front from Centre Fire and Bangkok Stopover, and Chief John is careering away. Chief John scores by 3.5 lengths on the line. Second, Centre Fire. Third, Bangkok Stopover, followed by Cherry Bounce.
That was on top of the ground, a good surface, but he has one on a dead surface, so I feel...
Hey, Graham, they get set here, race number 2. A good betting duel between Romalada and Squirtle. 500 metres to go. Romalada, Squirtle from Knights Upon Us. Then Come On Roses, dropping back under pressure. Brianna Blondie and White Fire. Around the turn, Romalada's rolled away from the rail, but he's got a handy break. He's a length in front of Squirtle. Knights Upon Us on the inside at the 220. Romalada let go, shot away from Knights Upon Us. Squirtle, they're battling out the minors. Well clear of Come On Roses. Romalada, he's very promising. He's going to beat them easily, Romalada. Coming right away, Squirtle and Knights Upon Us for second. Pretty close, Squirtle got it just over Knights Upon Us. And then came...
Darren Holland for Jim Smith.
3, Land Sighting 83 and Referral 70. Number 1, Tie the Knot $7.30, 2 Referral.
All the rage, the great New Zealand mare. Just looking at the race book. 7 starts distance, 7 wins. 7 in the wet, 7 wins. 2 at the track, 2 wins. Track and distance, 2 starts, 2 wins. Charles sitting as quiet as a mouse as they come around the bend. Sunline at the 450 in charge. 3/4 on the old-timer Celestial Choir. They've just dropped Land Sighting. Tie the Knot's getting up on the fence and the champ's about to run on. And then Referral homeward bound. And Sunline, what an awesome sight she is as she straightens up at the 300. Charles sitting quietly. She's 2 lengths in front of Celestial Choir. Tie the Knot on the fence and then further back to Referral and Land Sighting. Sunline's well clear, 100 metres to go. Sit back, Sydney, and enjoy one of the all-time greats. He hasn't moved on her. She is going to kill them in the Apollo. Sunline by 2 lengths, Celestial Choir. Referral got up for third. Tie the Knot beaten but not disgraced, a good fourth. Then came Levish and Gallop for the great mare. No, there's no doubting her.
It's unbelievable. She just seems to be getting better and better, and she just loves it. Just appreciate this applause. It's quite phenomenal, the interest that she's created today. Oh, it is unreal. You know, you haven't seen a horse create interest like this since Octagonal, and it's what racing needs to bring people back, and, you know, she loves it. And
The greatest mare we've all seen. You know, I don't think any of us could ever say we'd seen a better mare, but, you know...
His price in other parts, in fact, he's come to $1.20 now, Romalada. Pages, lads 4 away, losing ground. Romalada on the turn. At the 400, leads by a length and a half to Captain Christie under the whip. Wilma's Kid's under pressure. Carlin starting to make ground. And then Shenicity. Romalata strolled around the turn. At the 300, he leads by 4 lengths to Wilma's Kid. Carlin's running on for a place. Romalata let go at the 200, shot away like a 5-to-1 on shot should. He's 5 in front of Carlin, Wilma's Kid. Look at the back marker coming home very well, Hostile Lad. He's charging into third. Romalata won easily. Plenty in reserve by 7 lengths. Second, Carlin. Top debut by Hostile Lad, third. Couldn't pick his feet up in the early stages, but he got to the line well. A big gap away, fourth, Captain Chris.
Hi, Andrew. Look, it's trying to touch awkwardly too, but I still think Brett should be able to...
Not aiming for his third Chipping Norton Stakes. And he would be the first horse in the modern era to do that. Superimposed won the race in 91-92. And Apollo 11 won it. Coco Cabana, the 3-year-old, out gate on the fence, centre field, needing a run. Then came Referral around the stablemate Dotteressa. Tie the knots on the fence. He's locked in. Payne looking for a run from Lawyer and Freemason. Homeward bound, the leaders have got away. Over the rise, they come at the 350. Akhenaten given a great sight. He leads the way by a length on Ken Zaffra. 2 lengths Space Age. Tie the knot starting to warm to the task. And boy, the champ's coming now. Down the centre is Referral running on from Dotteressa. Tie the knot, let go, and he exploded at the 100. The champ raced to the front. Referral's running on with Dotteressa, but Tie the Knot, what a great champion. 11 Group 1s and he wins his third Norton Stakes. Too good for them. Tie the Knot first from either Dotteressa, Referral. They were followed by Akhenaten, Freemason, Leighton running on, Galliano from Kens. Patrick Payne has had the 2 rides in Sydney. In fact, prior to today, 2...
4, Quinella Trifecta. 100 metres the distance. Susie Gray's our favourite here. And the rider... The alley shouldn't. She's drawn the outside gate. She's a back marker. She'll go back near the tail of the field. Susie Groves second last. She's 12 off the lead and Z last. Silver Cannon in front, 700 to go. 2 to pass Blast, 1 to Command Force. A length and a half to play. Mistress getting a good run fourth on the inside of Stars and Bars. A length and a half to Relenza Road on the in. Then came Heel Run On. Susie Graves back last outside Z. She's a long way from them and Collis is going to try and weave through the field. Silver Cannon led on the straight. Out by a length and a half to pass Blast. Then came Command Force, Stars and Bars. Ena's Treasures on the outside. Susie Gray's too far from them, I think. It's Silver Cannon in front past the 200. Ena's Treasures coming home well and Susie Gray is starting the motor. She's coming from the tail. Susie Gray, Silver Cannon, Ena's Treasure. Susie Gray's absolutely flying. She's got up. I don't know how. Susie Gray on the line's got up to beat Ena's Treasure right on the peg. Silver Stars and Bars. Ena's Treasures on the outside. Susie Gray's too far from them, I think. It's Silver Cannon in front past the 200. Ena's Treasures coming home well and Susie Gray is starting the motor. She's coming from the tail. Susie Gray, Silver Cannon, Ena's Treasure. Susie Gray's absolutely flying. She's got up. I don't know how. Susie Gray on the line's got up to beat Ena's Treasure right on the peg. Silver Cannon's run third. Then Relenza Road, Carbracell, Stars and Bars. If I wasn't here to see it, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it. She's given them, what, 6 length start with 100 metres to go and has got up to win. Number 2, Susie Gray, Glenn Collis the winner. 5 Ena's lengths from them inside the 100 metre mark. And at the 300 or coming to the 200, she must have been 6 and 8 off the lead. And I just don't know how she's got there. She is just an amazing filly. She's got her nose up right on the line to beat Ena's Treasure, Silver Cannon and Relenza Road. 2 Susie Gray, $1.80, $1.30. 1 Prince Hakeem, 15 front row. 2 Susie Gray has paid $26.70.
Thanks, Alan. I agree with you. That is the run of the day anywhere in Australia. 50 cent.
3 from 5 cent home, 9 Giovanna, 1 Dial of Century, 55 race 6.
It pulled quite hard in a fast run race, so, you know, maybe he might have just been a little bit on the
Australian Cup. On the inside and Showella is around him. 2 lengths further back is Northerly. Tickle My Neck away on the rail. 1 to Shore Blue being followed by to Showella. Northerly hasn't had much luck and he's taking off round the outside to go and have a crack at the leader. Shore Blue worked into it. Neptune's Journey back on the inside. They're followed then by Hit the Roof. Back behind these is Tickle My. Carpstead Ways worked away from the rails now. Then Hill of Grace Inspect. Diatribe a long way back cornering from Oval Office and Sale of Century from last hooks to the outside. They They turn for home now, and Northerly wide out on the course has gone to the lead from Sent Home and Giovanna. Next is Shore Blue, Carpstead Way trying to get into the clear and hit the roof down the outside. At the 300, it's Northerly in front from Giovanna and Shore Blue. Then came Hit the Roof coming home well on the outside, and Carpstead Way, but Northerly clear, 150 to go. He's opened up by 2 or 3. Hit the Roof, Sent Home and Shore Blue, but Northerly, the West Australians, racing away with the Australian Cup, and Northerly won it 3 lengths to Hit the Roof. Photo third, give it a Carpstead Way by a nose to Shore Blue. Then Sent Home, Diatribe, Oval Office. Next in the field, Giovanna, Sail of Century out wider, and then came Neptune's Journey. And they've run a course record 159.4.
Melbourne talk to Fred Kersley. We think he'll say 4,000 metres.
4,000.
I agree with you. You know, horses don't usually do that, and particularly as new as he is, to find again at the top of the lane.
Every now and again, a champion racehorse comes out of the Golden West, and this bloke is really taking all before him. Let's have a little superimposed.
Yeah, well, all the good ones do, but...
On the query side with the omission, I've put it on top, number 6. I've put number 3, Sedation in for second, and again, I don't...
Second coming wide out, 800 to go. Typhoon buried away down on the rails. Zota Zavilda with a mission about to be challenging his position down the outside. Second coming is working home fairly well, and then Nina Haraka. Ackerbilk below the 400 over 2 lengths. Emissions got to the middle of the track and is coming out after him. Go Flash, go next, and then came Avilda, and second coming Market Price. Ackerbilk at the 200 against the fence in front. Emission winding up still. Then second coming Humaline and Vedivia, and Market Price has burst through late. Market Price has swept on them and comes away. Market Price beats Emission by 3. Second coming third, followed by Ackerbilk and Vedivia. Next to finish El Caballo, but it's a runaway win for number 14. Market Price.
We don't want to ever live through, but Gary was kicked off the Hayes family all week, and Peter, as I mentioned through that interview, he'll be watching from above and be very proud of Market Price. Folks, is the Group 2 Canterbury Stakes, and it's 10 Assertive Lad, the top raider, ahead of 11 Mr. Murphy, 2 Adam, 1 Shogun Lodge. Right. Now, Canterbury Race 4, Shogun Lodge 21, Adam 570, Oliver Twist 11, Ab Initio led 310, Mr. Murphy 451.
Wide, Mr. Murphy starting to move forward in the centre. Shogun Lodge back on the fence, a length and a half. Condotti, Pimpala, Prince Elmerada, and Padstow the last one before the bend, 500 to run. Shy Hero is in front, leading by a long neck on Ab Initio. Munch shouldered out on Assertive Lad. He got to the outside, 3 wide. He pushed Adam out of the road. Shogun Lodge tracks up on the fence. Mr. Murphy's under the stick. Assertive Lad rounded them up very quickly. He raced to the front. Boss looks for a run on Shogun Lodge. He comes through on the fence. Elmerada late, but Assertive Lad's in front. Shogun Lodge driving home on the rail. Shogun Lodge looming big. He's moved up. He's hit the lead, the Lodge. Shogun Lodge grabbed the lead and a great first up win. Shogun Lodge from Assertive Lad and Elmerada. Oliver Twist was 4th. Then
last 150, it's main worry.
Okay, Wayne, with Universal Prince to win this evening's Canterbury Guineas, a Group 1, and it will be run in 3 minutes' time, Graham.
Righto, Joe, thanks.
Zirclove's got a mountain of work to do, and even a bigger task for Universal Prince. Off the back, 600 out in the Guineas. And Fubu is the pacemaker by a length on the filly Tempest Morn. The runs are coming. J Prince 4 wide, Dynamite 3 out, and Sporting Scribe the deepest. 2 lengths, Scenic Warrior, Inspire on the fence looking for a run. Zirclove's getting to the outside, and Universal Prince is on his heels as they turn the bend. In the straight, Fubu 5 abreast. The rail led the way. Dynamite the Kiwi went after him from Tempest Morn. Inspire on the fence. They were followed by Scenic Warrior, and Universal Prince is blazing down the centre, and he's coming with a mighty run. Universal Prince moved up, grabbed the lead, and he raced away from Dynamite, and Universal Prince won the Guineas, and boy, they'll never beat him in the Derby on that run yet this morning. Inspire on the fence. They were followed by Scenic Warrior, and Universal Prince is blazing down the centre, and he's coming with a mighty run. Universal Prince moved up, grabbed the lead, and he raced away from Dynamite, and Universal Prince won the Guineas, and boy, they'll never beat him in the Derby on that run, you'd think. What a great performance. Second prize, Dynamite. Third, Reenact or Scenic Warrior from Tempest Morn. And he has given them 12 lengths coming off the back.
What's no tomorrow?
Just prove that's the way he's got to race, doesn't it? To do that here is just awesome, wasn't it?
Harris Quinella, by the way. In order, like Universal Prince from...
1,000 metres for the running of the 5th race of the day. And this is the Tia Maria Handy.
Worth $500,000. And let's go up to the call and watch the vision of the race with Greg Miles.
With her, and then Golden Diva as they came up before the turn, and Dandify strode up and drew a half length in front, drew 3/4. She's kicked away now, Dandify, and Preble hasn't moved on her. Running into second, placing 10th. St. Therese battling away only on the inside, and then Lovelorn with a run, and Storm at Midnight round the outside, but it's all Dandify at the turn. She shot 3 lengths, 4 in front now from 10th and Lovelorn, then St. Therese and Storm at Midnight, but Dandify racing away. Brett Preble's going to win back-to-back Lone Star Oaks, and Dandify scores by about 4.5 lengths easily. Second is a photo, 10th just from Lovelorn. They were followed in then by
Desserts today to Jeff and Beryl White and to the whole Denham stable, winning the Lone Star Oaks with Dandify.
Guy, the top raider, number 1, and 11, the pumper, ahead of 14 Maitland Gold and 13 Star.
To see whether they paying in. Maitland Gold, she gets a long way back, trained by Albert Stapleford, who's had a terrific season. And this filly has promised so much. A tragedy beaten in the surround when she was poleaxed after the start. Desert Sky has the form
wide out. Desert Sky commenced very quickly on the fence. Star Satire, Debrief and Fuwadi 5 out, going forward after the kick to be 5th. Maitland Gold's up running 6. She's only about 4 or 5 off the lead from Polish Echo. Fantastic defence from Glen Rowan, off guard, and Gwendolyn improving. 2 lengths CB. Star Satire getting a cosy run on the fence. Fuwadi 5th. Maitland Gold up against the rail. What a great piece of riding by Chris Muntz from his wide alley. 2 lengths Polish Echo. 3rd back on the fence. Star Satire. Maitland Gold looking to angle out. Fuwadi has her in a pocket. Glen Rowan to the outside from Gwendolyn. Polish Echo Fantastic. And the pumper's second last, and he's got a mountain of work to do. Mars Couture after Desert Sky. Debrief let down. Maitland Gold's getting a run, and she's zooming through with Star Satire on the fence. Maitland Gold at the 150 race to Star Satire. She claimed the lead, the Gosford filly, and scorched away with 100 to run. Maitland Gold well clear of Star Satire and Glen Rowan, and Maitland Gold, what a great ride. Maitland Gold won the file lap from Star Satire and Glen Rowan from Hebe Reby and Debrief. They were followed by Polish Echo, Desert Sky. Take off guard and take your hat off to Chris Muntz. That is one of the best rides you'll ever see in your life.
He's racing, prepares his team at Gosford. I doubt that. Notice right at the 100-metre mark, she changed legs. Yeah. And at the precise moment she changed legs, that's when she really took off. We'll watch it again here. Now here she is with a big wide blaze. Now just coming up here in a moment, watch her front legs. You'll see her switch legs there. And at that point she takes off. Now, Alf and Mark, both ex-jockeys and very successful ones, isn't that an amazing thing? We've seen that thousands of times.
We get set. Yesterday, it was the Rose Hill Guineas over 2,000 metres. Universal Prince was the $1.80 favourite. It was awfully unlucky too. Let's have a look.
Waiting for the gates to of Century. 2 lengths to Reenact, a long way back with Pristine Partner Sporting Scribe. Universal Prince is back on the fence, being hard ridden to go forward, and Last Scenic Warrior around the turn. Gentle Genius first for the judge from Paradiddle. Rings of Gold going for a run. Dynamite's into the clear, running on with Hit the Roof. They were followed by Universal Prince. He's cut back to the inside, badly needing it out. Dynamite after Gentle Genius, who fought on. Rings of Gold the centre. Universal Prince can't get a crack at them. The Kiwi Dynamite's hit the lead from Rings of Gold. Gentle Genius, Universal Prince, Sail of Centuries jumping out of the ground. Sail of Century grabbing them, but no, Dynamite, the Kiwis won the Guineas from Sail of Century and Scenic Warrior. Rings of Gold, Gentle Genius, and no luck for Universal Prince.
It was a very tricky finish in the Rose Hill Guineas. There was only a nose between them when they hit the line. The judge did give the verdict to Sail of Century, ridden by Larry Cassidy and trained by John Hawkes at 20-1. Terrific run by Dynamite, ridden by...
Horses that know how to win are always hard to beat.
The extra special for you, no doubt, if she could win, being a daughter of Octagonal.
Oh, well, that's sort of fairy tale stuff. I mean, it's...
Realise we were on the air then?
I don't know whether Darling did.
I don't think Darling did either. Hey, Jono, it wouldn't be
just having a chat, which I think we are too.
Recapture the euphoria of 2000, but we can at least try.
We can try, buddy. There's only 16 tickets
here that could run well too. One of Singo's. He didn't leave you anything for us, did he? Or?
No, nothing. Then Spectatorial, ha-ha wide from Fair Embrace. Royal Courtship's been shuttered 10 deep on the bend. Straightening up, and Mystique at any old odds moved up to Donna Natalia. Muntz angles out on Accelerator. Running on with him, Red Hannigan. Spectatorial, ha-ha run on, and New Keys down the centre there across the track. The filly's taken the front, ha-ha at the 150. Accelerator, Red Hannigan, Royal Courtship and True Jills try hard. Ha-ha in front. Red Hannigan's emerging late. Accelerator kicks on, but it's ha-ha Slipper. Ha-ha's won the Golden Slipper, and it's the First Lady of Racing's first slipper, and she's rewritten the record, Brooks, from Accelerator. Third prize is Red Hannigan, I think, in a photo. Regal Kiss late. They were followed by Shove Off, then True Jewels, Hosanna. Behind those, stand by for the numbers. Number 10, Ha-ha and the Pumper. Jimmy
ridden the Grand Slam and feature races. Melbourne Caulfield Cup Cox Plate, and now the Golden Slipper Pumper.
Simo, I said if anyone can get me to win a Golden Slipper, Gay Waterhouse wouldn't. What a great thrill to win it for Singo.
She'll win, mate. She'll win. Go and have something on it, and I didn't, as you know.
2 consecutive slippers, can you believe it?
Oh, well, no, I can't, buddy. I honestly can't believe it. And Hawkeye wasn't in it.
Tried. OK. Now, where is Gay? At the winner's circle.
The Sky Ratings and also the market. And it's Hit the Roof, 1 and 3 Curata Storm, equal top raters, and both at good odds too. 2 Universal Prince and 8 Dynamite. Here's the tote call. Hit the Roof at 12.240 Universal Prince. Curata Storm 10.
As we're all aboard for the running of the Derby, Sale of Centuries had heavy support. Reenact has had good support. On the fence, 2 lengths to Paradiddle, 2.5 Universal Prince starting to improve. He's moved around Ableway, and Dynamite's right behind him. On the fence, Hit the Roof, Curator Storm being hard ridden. Then Sir Clive Reenact, who's a mile back with Pristine Partners. Then came making ground Kiwi Warrior. And last of all, Sale of Century, off guarded, moved up and raced to the front as they come around the bend. Zarayev getting into the clear. Paradiddle, and here comes the Prince on the outside, being set alight by Sheehan. Over the rise and moving up, Universal Prince claimed them in a stride. He raced to the front and he went for home at the 200. He's well clear of off guard. Dynamite's running on. They were followed by Sir Clive, but this is going to be a fairy tale Derby victory for Bede Murray and Justin Sheehan. Universal Prince careers away and he wins the Blue Riband. Universal Prince from Sir Clive. Dynamite third from Curator Storm. Then came Reenact and Sale of Century behind those Pristine Partners Justin in the Derby.
Oh, wow. Universal Prince, Justin Sheehan for Bede Murray. How easy do they come? Thank you very much. 2, number 9, Crawl. Ahead of 5, Land Sighting, 12, Belle de Jour, and 4, Assert. Back to Long Shot. Shogun Lodge, 9.30. 13 for 14 now, Referral. 20, Shower Heart, Jerry. Well, for his call of the 2000.
A run before the bend, Sorrento. Shogun Lodge is off around them wide. Scenic Warriors back on the fence from Crawl. Padford Charlie, Referral spying, and Final Fantasy around the bend. Assertive Lad just in front of Belle de Jour. Galliano 3 out. Land Sighting behind those. Go Flash Go on the fence. Running on Shower Heart to the outside. Running on strongly as Weasel Will. And Shogun Lodge is blazing down the centre. Muntz said go. He hit the detonator butter and Assertive Lad shot away. Assertive Lad race well clear from Shogun Lodge. Land Sighting, Weasel Will and Referral running on with Kroll. Assertive Lad in front, and he's going on for a stellar victory in the Doncaster. Assertive Lad by 3 lengths to Shogun Lodge. Weasel Will and Kroll a photo for third. Then Final Fantasy wide.
Certainly come home the time, 1:35.99. So well outside 13th Century Kid and 6 high. 2 from 1:13 and 6. Here's the tote call. It's Testarossa 460, 550.
JC Autumn Carnival, the Group 3 TJ Smith Stakes, Wayne. It has attracted a hot field.
Steel City Century Kid, the leader. Straightening up 400 metres to go by a length on 8/8. 2 lengths to Shy Hero, 2 lengths to Falvalon. Lord Essex, Testarosa's under pressure. Mr. Innocent on the fence and Spinning Hill running on. Century Kid's going great guns. He's booted. He's a length in front of 8/8. Falvalon starting to come with giant strides. Century Kid in front. Falvalon's eating up the ground. Spinning Hill's flying through late. Century Kid in front. Falvalon, Spinning Hill lunged, but they didn't get there. Century Kid all the way has won the TJ Smith from Spinning Hill and Falvalon. Higher behind those with 8/8 and Mr. Innocent, Testarossa.
We got the final of the Inter-Dominion Trots.
The Hamilton Cup, 2200 the distance, and good support for Cop.
And good support for Collins Street late. It's come into $4 now.
Loch Torridon's gone up to join General Feelgood. Sama Sierra's coming at the pair quite sharply. And then Jamestown, Collins Street starting to wind up. Condy's Fair and Sir Linford both a fair way back into the home straight. Loch Torridon got past General Feelgood. Sama Sierra joining in with Collins Street. Jamestown to the outside. Loch Torridon down by the 200, joined by Sama Sierra. Jamestown making up ground from Collins Street. It's in front, Sama Sierra just from Loch Torridon. Jamestown coming at them. Collins Street late. Collins Street, Sama Sierra, Jamestown. Collins Street drives through. Sama Sierra, they hit it. Sama Sierra. Sama Sierra a nose on Collins Street, and third Jamestown. Fourth in was Loch Torridon. Good is winning by 6 lengths. Sama Sierra, $9.40 the place. For Collins Street, $1.90.
Yep, here's Joe.
Okay, thank you, Matt. And one of the main hopes for the feature race here at Canterbury Park this evening is the Melbourne Galloper. Market price, Tony?
For this, I think she'll carry the weights all right. Number 4, Popette, on trial at the distance, just finding it hard to get across the line.
One away a long neck on Miss Zambezi. One away Missed and Quet, flat to the boards. Pop It on the fence, travelling all right, but it can't get a run. The Druidess wide from Aloha Charm. Say Good Morning lost her spot. More haste to the extreme outside with Humoron as they flatten for home. Pacific Joy, Miss Zambezi, grabbed by Pop It on the outside. And with a great turn of foot, she raced to the front. 2 lengths to Aloha Charm. Two-time Tart running on well with Market Price near the inside. Pop It drew clear. Market Price is flying with the Druidess wide out. Market Price swooping on the fence, grabbed the lead. I think she might have got up. Pretty tight go, but Market Price has lunged at Pop It right on the line. The Druidess has run third from Aloha Charm. Two-time Tart, More Haste. Humoron wide.
Well, I looked at the photo. I was a bit worried there for a while, but yeah, she won. So,
but good betting race this one. Great race worth nearly $90,000 here, Matt.
Warrnambool Cup, the journey.
Ready here. Collins Street to move in. City is going around them on the outside. Greenstone Charm as they start to pack up a little. Coming down the side, just over 800 metres out, Jaquina by the leader. Full of Rhythm has moved up quickly on the outside to be second, followed by Mr. Nelson. Jamestown is putting in a run. Collins Street's got right up along the inside. Sama Sierra, Ancient City around them. Apache King is there also. A length and a half. Debut and dropping out Aberdeen, Rose and Sir Linford. They're making the home turn. Chances galore. Collins Street's got a beautiful run on the inside to hit the front as they straighten up, and he went for home 250 and he's kicked clear. Collins Street got 2.5 lengths to Loch Torridon. Coming down the outside, Jamestown, Ancient City, Greenstone Sharon from a long way back and deeper on the track. Humphrey Go-Kart, Loch Torridon's the major. Loch Torridon on the outside has gone up to tackle Collins Street, who's fighting back Collins Street. And Sama Sierra flying down the outside, Loch Torridon, Sama Sierra. Sama Sierra's won the Warrnambool Cup from Loch Torridon and Collins Street. Apache King's run fourth, Sir Linford has come from last to run. $103.10. Exactor $178.30.
Conditions. Falvalon and Century Kid are the joint top raters.
Century Casino, Doomben 10,000 at Group 1 level, and for his call, here's Alan Thomas.
Take up its position, Piavonic and Falvalon Cracket for his Group 1. Michael Carley's riders never won. 800 metres mark in Century Kid the leader. Second is Ab Initio. Falvalon is the third last, followed by Conference and Chiron as last. On the turn, 400 metres to go. Century Kid first around the bend from Ab Initio. Zara is out 3 deep and Falvalon's trying to get through in the middle. Then came Marlena. Spinning Hills tracking up in the straight, and Zara is sprinting to the lead from Century Kid. Falvalon's out and Spinning Hill got the run on the fence. Fritz is coming late. Zara is, Spinning Hill and Falvalon. Falvalon's raced up with Spinning Hill. Falvalon, the little horse, grabbed the lead. He wins the 10,000. Falvalon has beaten Spinning Hill. Third's a photo. In it are Ken Kankani, Mr. Innocent, and close up is Fritz. The next time, Sea Breeze. It's his day today, and he wins his first Group 1.
And we'll go down and see if we can get a word or two with Michael Carla. Walk down with the Grand Prix Reenact and Star of the Seas are the equal top raters from all.
This is race, the Grand Prix. Bell taking off on the outside. Then came Cocky Cruiser, Star of the Sea. Reenact's about to come to the outside, and the Almighty One is last of all. Around the bend, 400 metres to go, and Feed the Meter on the outside. Went to the lead from Fetz Gallants. Racing third, Air War, followed by Old Hat in the middle. 2 lengths away, Awesome Weather, Carbracel, and Reenact's coming on the outside. Fetz Gallants on the inside, and Feed the Meter, but here comes Reenact. He is storming home on the outside, then Air War, and shortly afterwards, Reenact, like he did did in the size last year, dashed to the lead. Air War about to run into second spot, but it's all Reenact. He's careering away, and Reenact bolted in the Grand Prix from Air War and Feed the Meter. But here comes Reenact. He is storming home on the outside, then Air War, and shortly afterwards Reenact, like he did in the size last year, dashed to the lead. Air War about to run into second spot, but it's all Reenact. He's careering away, and Reenact bolted in the Grand Prix from Air War and Feed the Meter. The next time, Awesome Weather, the almighty one, Reenact. He hasn't won a race since the Size Produce Stakes last year, and that's exactly what he did to the field in that Group 1 race 12 months ago, after the running of this year's QWBS Grand Prix Stakes.
And ride, but the odds-on pop is a Stephen Baxter Mount Ugachaka at $1.80. And
second last is Raptor and Ugachaka at the tail. Up the side, plenty of speed. Touch under the whip, 3 lengths away. Halfpenny Bridge has come back to the field before the turn. Vitara levels up with Gallop, and now Ugachaka. He's really starting to work into the race with great purpose. He's claimed the leaders in a couple of strides. He's dashed away. The favourite by 2. Trying to go with it as Gallop in second placing, then Vitara. Eyes on Success. Another belt struggling. Ugachaka's away. It's all over. He's 4 or 5 in front. He's going to kill him. Coming right away, very impressive, Ugachaka, and he's coasted down to the line. Boy, that's a big win. Ugachaka's won at 6 on the post. Nothing between Eyes on Success and Gallop for the Miners. Very...
I've freshened him as much as I'd like, but if I did... I think we can look forward to, an interesting spring with her.
Could by 10 lengths, and she has been the star 2-year-old of the stable this season, but we just have declined to tell anybody that, which is our right.
It is your right. But you haven't told fibs.
We have not told lies. Every time I said it
You've
has
withheld the truth, but you haven't told fibs.
Perhaps. I admit to nothing.
Okay.
I noted South Sea Pearl went out very early, which was the plan in its preliminary. It beat all the other horses. Mark and Brave Tatler in that lightning move went up to go to the lead, or join Life is Beautiful to the outside. In the straight in the Oaks, 400 to go. Life is Beautiful led Brave Tatler. El Tierro coming at them. Then Tempest Morn, Carbracel, and further back is Asia and Lolita Star. At the 200, and El Tierro 3 away from the fence, went to the lead from Brave Tatler, and then Life is Beautiful, Tempest Morn, Lolita Star and Carbracel, but it's El Tierro, the leader, with 100 to go. Life is Beautiful, and now Tempest Morn and El Tierro, and look at this, that's the reel from the tail of the field, by golly. Oh, Ethereal's come from nowhere to be in a photo here with Tempest Morn, Tatler, and then Life is Beautiful, Tempest Morn, Alita Star and Carbracel, but it's El Tierro, the leader, with 100 to go. Life is Beautiful, and now Tempest Morn and El Tierro, and look at this, that's the reel from the tail of the field, by golly. Oh, Ethereal's come from nowhere to be in a photo here with Tempest Morn, and there's a split inch in this. El Tierro's in a photo for third. And last time, Scale the Heights. Ethereal has come from absolutely nowhere here, and I'm not sure. 11's got up. The Lolita Star.
That's a wonderful thrill for you, isn't it? The jockey, of course, on that was none other than Scotty, wasn't he? Yes, Scotty Seamer.
Well, he was wrapped in a robe, and Brave Tatler. But gee, when you look at that race, you look at it 100 times. The winner was just amazing. You don't see horses finish like that in 2,400 metre races. Give them that much start and finish like that in 2,400 metre races. Give them that much start and finish like that.
That's right, horses.
The ratings, 9 Super Impressive, 2 Century Kid, 5 Matter of Honour, and 3...
Easy to train him. It's not easy to train him for longer races, so by keeping him to the shorter races and training him accordingly.
Best in front. Matter of Honour's got the chance to get the sit from the good gate, but Beast Mean Wine, super impressive a long way back as they turn, and then Umpire. Matter of Honour led past the 400 metres mark. Century Kid immediately under pressure. Then Keffel, Mustig, Mi-I, Panas, followed by Federal Agent, Ruthless Tycoon and 8/8. Coming to the 200, and Century Kid went past Matter of Honour. They're clear. Keffel third, then Federal Agent. Super impressive not in the race. 8/8 running home, but Century Kid has raced away. Super impressive Federal Agent and Keffel battle home, but Century Kid has bolted in. Super impressive second, Federal Agent third, then came Keffel. The next time, Aggravation. 8 going around on the Stradbroke next week, even if it's Stradbroke or not. We'll have to find out in a minute. Winner scored by 2 and... Oh, have a look at the time. He smashed the course record. 1.
The Derby. It's 18 Tempest Morn on top from 1 Reenact, 2 Hale, 4 Gillespie, 14, 40 Gillespie. Impala Player, big odds, Air War Derby. And the Reenact is the one they're backed at $3, number 1.
Tonight he's been very heavily backed here on track, Reenact. Deputy as they turn the corner. In the straight, Lolita Star led at the 400. Clear de Gaulle Lane and Hot Pursuit, so was Tempest Morn. Then came El Tiaro, Pimpala Player, and Reenact's a long way back, but running home. But the Gaulle Lane shot to the front at the 200 metres mark. He's clear. Then Lolita Star. Tempest Morn next from Reenact and El Tiaro, but the Gaulle Lane's a mile in front at the 100. Little Tempest Morn in second spot, but the Gaulle Lane's going to bolt away with the Derby, and the Gaulle Lane won by 5 lengths. Second home, Tempest Morn. Third, Lottery Prize came from nowhere. Then Reenact, Lolita Star. The next time, Lane in the form that horse was in here this afternoon. The numbers are 3. Welcome back to Stradbroke Day, folks, at Eagle Farm. These runners are starting to file into the gates now. What a race it is, the Amy Stradbroke Handicap Turf. One of the hardest races to win. Ask any trainer or jockey to compete against as well. Now here's Mr. Innocent coming up. Zara is the leader. 8/8 inside Sanctuary Kid as they approach the turn. Out wide on the track is Careful, Scoozy, Please and Spinning Hill behind them. Fubu coming into the race. Highs on the fence, followed by Chiron. And then Perfect Paradise and Dynamic Love and Make My Magic behind a wall of horses. 400 to go. Zara is joined by Century Kid. Careful, 8/8's trying to get between them, followed by Higher Scoozy, Please, Spinning Hill. Fubu on the outside and Make My Magic is the widest runner. Zara is Century Kid, Fubu higher, and Make Mine Magic's flying on the outside. Higher, and now the stablemate Crawl and Make Mine Magic. Crawl's got through. Crawl hit the lead. Crawl won the Stradbroke. Crawl has won from either the stablemate Higher and wide out Mr. Innocent and Make Mine Magic. Close up Fubu, Porter Rocker. And then came PlayStation, a Glacier, Zara is 8/8. And 5 Crawl, 139.30.
Hard to see anything at the
gates now. Conditions at Eagle Farm fine, bit overcast but fine, and the track rated as video ready with side bet, Biscuit Flick and Norders. Larger is inside Philidor. Another leader larger, no half measures. Norders and Biscuit Flickers going up deep. And then 10B something on the fence from Hillbill Express. Leopard Lady shuffle back and Philidor in the straight to the 400. And Biscuit Flicker going quickly on the outside. Race to the lead from Norders, Hillbill Express. And now Char Gull's coming down the outside. And then came Side Bet at the 200. Biscuit Flicker and Hillbill Express and Char Gull. It's a line of 3. It's Hillbill Express, Biscuit Flicker and Char Gold from Philidor. Hillbill Express in the middle. Biscuit Flicker, Char Gold. Biscuit Flicker's fighting on after being headed. Biscuit Flicker. Biscuit Flicker fought back and beat Hillbill Express and Char Gold. The next time was Philidor.
Hillbill Express and Char Gold, 6, 7 and 1.
Now at Moonee Valley they're moving in well for race 7, so let's head straight to Greg.
Yep. Race number 7 on the card. Prospero's tote favourite on course. I'll see of some of these earlier races. And still there, and Over the Moon's gone up to 4th out wider. They were trailed by Mr. Musical. Here's Prospero starting his run now. He's within 3 lengths of the leader and coming home. Sly Slate came around the turn. Vlad Durick looking for a double. Led by a length to 0 Wild Prospero. Elidation running on fairly. Mr. Musical is battling, and so too is Over the Moon as they corner. Prospero's coming with a beautifully timed run. Hits the lead at the top of the straight now. Could be his day today. Dashed away by a couple of lengths now to Sly Slate, 0 Isle, and then Over the Moon. But Prospero racing well and deserves the win. Prospero and Jason Patton by 4 lengths on the line to Sly Slate or 0 Isle. Photo for the miners.
Our official from race 7 at Moonee Valley. Numbers were 3.
The numbers here are 6, 3, 9 and 2. For the reason I'm sticking with Artigue. Now he's going to get a lovely run. It's got 50 kilos on
gate. And they'll be ready. On the fence, then Dan Lewinow's, Trepching and Lord Oberon and Antares and Foxmore and Aaron Tell's in the clear. Twin Fortune led at the 200. Aaron Tell and Artique coming after it. Levante, Owls getting up on the fence, but Aaron Tell out wide in front of Artique and Levante. Trevor Skay's coming from absolutely nowhere. Here's a big finish coming up. They hit it. Trevor Skay. Trevor Skay's come from near last on the bend and he's got up to win from either Owls in the clear. Twin Fortune led at the 200. Aaron Tell and Artique coming after it. at Levante. Owls getting up on the fence, but Erentel out wide in front of Arctic and Levante. Trevor Skay's coming from absolutely nowhere. Here's a big finish coming up. They hit it. Trevor Skay. Trevor Skay's come from near last on the bend, and he's got up to win from either Arctic, Erentel, Levante and Owls in a big finish. The next time in the race, big time on Wadaroa. Further back in the field, Dan Liu, and then came Twin Fortune, followed by...
Good long shot here, number 15, raced the ace, I thought. $23 is way over the odds. He was unlucky last start behind Desert Sachet and kept fresh for this race. He loves to sting out of the ground. Two Mr.
Big's Impregnable, a half length on Silver Castle. A couple behind them. Third is Varacool, and then Space Age, Regal Zero. Tabaran's gone up on the inside, and then Mr. Bureaucrat. But quickly at the 300, and Corey Brown goes to a clear-cut lead on Silver Castle. In so doing, pulls the whip, Space Age. And now here's Mr. Bureaucrat from Impregnable, and Race the Ace, then Varacool, Silver Castle, Space Age, and Mr. Bureaucrat. And Race the Ace coming up on the inside. But Mr. Bureaucrat's in full flight, and Mr. Bureaucrat wins the Winter Stakes. Corey Brown goes to a clear-cut lead on Silver Castle. In so doing, pulls the whip, Space Age. And now here's Mr. Bureaucrat from Impregnable, and Race the Ace, then Varacool, Silver Castle, Space Age, and Mr. Bureaucrat. And Race the Ace coming up on the inside. But Mr. Bureaucrat's in full flight, and Mr. Bureaucrat wins the Winter Stakes.